You found the coolest place to be, the PlayStation collecting snacks, and come on, won't you stay with me? Welcome to the show. Gather round the boys and girls, collectors from around the world. Let's show the people what they need to know. Welcome to the show. Gonna talk to guests when we got the best. Gonna put their knowledge to the test. Gonna laugh and meet, gonna live the dream. Gonna show you things you've never seen. Gonna sing the song to the break of dawn. Gonna rock this party all night long. So come on everybody, let me see you dance. Get yourself ready for one more chance. You found the coolest place to be, the PlayStation collecting snacks, and come on, won't you stay with me? Welcome to the show. Gather round the boys and girls, collectors from around the world. Let's show the people what they need to know. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show.
Oh,
Hey.
hey.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the PlayStation Collectors Podcast, Season 2, Episode number 44. And tonight we got Reggie back on the show. What's up, Reggie?
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Woo! What's up? Coming in
And Merry
clutch.
Christmas, everyone.
Yeah.
This is our Christmas show. It's our last show before Christmas. Going to be away for the next show. So, yeah, this will be our Christmas special.
And happy Hanukkah or whatever. And whatever else there is. I
If you
don't know.
celebrate anything else.
All
How's
the
your week
atheists
been,
out there.
everyone? You guys good?
Yeah, really good week. Hey, Fixie, your boy found that game for me, man. So I'm really pumped up.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah. I'm happy, man. Can't wait to get my hands on that one. I've been trying to get that game for like a year now.
Which
And,
game?
You know, a game's tough when it's just come out and it's hard to get. Those are the
Right.
ones that are going to be really hard to get down the line.
Exactly.
Which game?
I'm not telling you until I get it.
Oh,
so I'll
all right,
get
all right.
you. No, I was kidding. It's silence for the Switch. I think you have the
Oh.
PS4 version.
Yeah, I got PS4. I got the PS4 version.
It came out on Switch, and I really want that game on Switch.
Oh, I thought it was Bluey. I thought you were going to say Bluey.
But with the English text is the version you want to get too, because you can find the one with the Spanish on it.
Fixie, I got to come to you before I make purchases, man, because you'll know certain stuff. Like my boy had told me about you know that game Little Nightmares.
Yep.
So the Little Nightmares got a collection, like part 1 and 2. I think it was on the disc, but actually for the PS4, it actually comes with a download code, unfortunately. So but with the Switch version, they're both on the cart. So
Oh, nice.
I think for PAL territory and America, but I'm not sure about that. Somebody in the comments maybe will let me know for sure. But yeah, the Switch version has both games on the cart. I was like, dude,
Oh, that's
what
awesome.
we wanted.
I remember you asked me about that, and I'm like, looked into the PS4 version. I'm like, oh, it's download codes. Like, what's the point of buying it? It makes
Yeah,
sense.
exactly. It's like, dude, seriously? Like,
Yeah, dude, that stuff's so frustrating. Like the big edition for Little Nightmares, the big box one, like the
Mhm.
regular base game, it doesn't have like any of the DLC. And then they had like a complete edition from the PAL territory that did have the DLC. And then they have the new one, which apparently doesn't have it on the disc. So it's like you can't get it all in one. It's like impossible. But if all the Switch stuff's on there, that's rad.
some of these developers are too lazy to make another edition to really put everything together. They'll say, oh, let's put out a download code and be done with it. But that kind of hurt. That hurts us, period. Like, come on. Physical collectors, we want everything on the disc when it's time, because we have to wait a certain amount of time when the game comes out. And as you know, before when digital sales are slowing down, then they'll make us a physical, but then they'll give us a download code with it. Like, come on, really? Like that happened with Sonic Origins Plus. I mean, they should have just kept it Sonic Origins and not added the Plus to it, man, because
Yeah, it had
that's
like what did it have, a couple extra games you have to download or something like that? Like
the Game Gear games, and they were broken when you download. They had sound issues, all kind of mess. It's like, come on, man, this is your Sonic's anniversary, and this is how you do them. Like, come on, this didn't make any sense.
Almost defeats the purpose of having a collector's edition. If it's for a collector, they're probably going to keep it on the shelf for a long time. They want something that works.
Yeah,
Like, hold the collector's edition off for 12 months and release it with the Game of the Year edition. That would be great, right?
yeah.
Here's our collector's edition with everything we've done with the game, included special things, blah, 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 and it's coming out with all the DLC. That would be awesome.
Yeah, that's exactly what just happened with Blasphemous 2. Have you seen the announced like this fancy Blasphemous 2 collector's edition?
I got an email about it. So did you see how it looked a little bit?
It looks sick. I mean,
Yeah.
there's no doubt it's a dope collector's edition. But that Nintendo Revised we had on the show, he messaged VGP and was like, "Is this going to have an updated version with all the DLC?" And they were like, "No, we don't think so. It's going to be the same version, but you get a poster and a hat and a keychain and a toilet seat cover and whatever."
Yeah, and you spend an extra $200. Like,
Yeah. But I mean, it's cool. But I'm lucky that I don't have enough money or space to buy all the collector's editions I want, so I'm still just like
I only
look
get
at
a
the
collector's
vanilla
edition.
copy, baby.
Vanilla. There you go. I only look at a collector's edition if it's really worthy of a collector's edition. Like I look at the collector's edition we got in the past, compare them to today, and it's got to come with the basics. It's got to come with a soundtrack, CD base, not no download code, art book at least. That's the minimum. Then if you add some extra stuff to it, then okay, this might be worth getting. But they have to meet that requirement though first. A lot of these people ain't meeting the requirement, man. They're coming out with this lame like deluxe editions too, and this like, oh man, like what is going on? Like, where's the love? Where's the care?
Oh yeah. You know what I hate is
similar criteria, Reggie. But I like it to also fit on the shelf too. I hate
Yeah.
today how it's so common for collector's editions to be this big and this wide and this long, and just I don't want that because I collect a lot of
It's
games.
awkward. Yeah.
I want it small to fit on the shelf, maybe a soundtrack and art book in there. G2 size is perfect. Limited edition costs $30-$40 more than the standard. That's exactly what I want.
You know what got me into like collector's edition was the game that did it. Was Lunar for PlayStation 1 complete.
That's really the start.
I still remember the day I got it. Me and my dad went to the store. He took me to this new place called Game Land. I bought it, and I was like, dude, on the way home, I just kept opening that box, like opening it, like the book, the hardcover, like manual. Was that a manual? Yeah, it was a manual. And just looking at everything over, I said, I couldn't believe what I got with this game. It was amazing. And yeah, man.
Hell yeah, dude.
Just ever since then, it's just they had to meet their requirement, man. Like, it gotta.
Dude, Working Designs did it right. All those games on the PS1 are nice.
Yeah, dude. Sony. I feel bad Sony screwed them over, man. But I kind of understand where Sony was coming from with how they were going to release, because they were going to release the Grow Lancer games individually. Like, it didn't make any sense to do it that way because those games were so old. But they made them lump them together, and I guess that hurt their business, and they kind of went up. They went under after that, pretty much. I think they made Sylpheed. I think that's what you call a shooter game. Sylpheed, yeah, Sylpheed, and that was like their last game on before they closed. They shut their doors, and then they came back as another company called somebody in the comments help me out here. It starts with a G. Come on, somebody, timer's ticking. Help me out here. I can't remember what they call it. We call this company, but anyways, they kind of restarted, but it was never really the same because other companies kind of took up the mantle. I would say that Working Designs left behind. So. And now we have all these limited edition companies now to say, it's like, man, who would have thought that? What's up, Kyle? How you doing, man?
They had the ideas 20 years ago to be doing what people are doing today. Hey, correct me if I'm wrong, but the Lunar games only came out as collector's editions. They didn't have standard releases. Right?
On PS.
Only in Japan, I think they did. No, I think they had standards in Japan, but in America it was complete. They had to be like those collector's editions. They did have a standard edition. Figsy, there was a fan edition that came out for Lunar.
Oh, nice.
That it was weird too, man. Like some fan made art for the game, and they used that art for the cover of the game, I believe, or CD cover art, I think it was. I never got that edition. If I knew about it, I would have picked it up because I like variants like that. But yeah, that was kind of like the only standard edition that they made for it.
Dude, I love the Lunar games. I had them on Sega CD. This is one of the I had Lunar 1 and 2. I had Popful Mail. I had some nice Sega CD games, and they're all gone. Tear. Still bums me out, man.
They're still out there waiting for you, man.
They didn't come out in the PAL region, so I'm not going to put them on my list.
Man,
so many amazing PS1 games we just didn't get over here, and it's probably worth buying a jailbroken PS1 so I can play region lock games.
Dude, I was like jealous of what you guys got over there, man. I thought like we got cheated from what you guys got, but you guys.
It was much of a muchness. The libraries were very different compared to today.
Because you guys got Chaos Break. I was like, dude, that came out at the same time Resident Evil 3 came out back, and I would have loved to play that back to back in the day. I didn't hear about Chaos Break until like I think 2014, 15. I'm like, whoa, this is insane. So
Yeah, well, that's how I feel about all the Japanese shmups. I'm like,
Yeah,
they
I was
got
just
all
about to bring
these
up Japan.
freaking
So many
games.
cool
It's
games.
so cool.
Ice.
And now I'm looking at them and I'm like, oh dear Lord, I'm not paying that much for Night Raid. Get out of here,
Dude, I sold a lot of my Sega CD games at the time, and I used that money to get the Japanese releases of shoot 'em ups for PS1. And luckily, one of my friends had most of them, and he's willing to sell. And I was like, heck yeah, he gave me a deal, and I bought like pretty much a lot of them all in one. So
that's awesome.
I was really happy about
Gaijin
that.
Works was that company you were looking for, Reggie?
Gaijin Works, thank you. Is that Lou? Is that seeing there? I don't have my glasses.
Yeah,
on.
Lou's
Lou,
got it.
thank you. Good looking out, Lou. Yeah, Gaijin Works is kind of like they just didn't have all the, I don't know, they just didn't have it anymore when they got to that point. And then like I said, all these limited run companies came out. What was another one that was really popular? Atlas Games. They were kind of known for having limited print stuff, but they didn't promote it like that. When they ran out of stuff, they just ran out of it, and that was it. You know, they weren't like they might would do like a second print run, but yeah, they weren't really known for telling people, hey, this is a limited release, buy it now, like they promote today with games. So.
It was kind of just known in the community. When I first started collecting, I remember people used to say, oh, you buy the Atlas games because they're all low printed. Like, and I'm looking on the website and I'm like, I can't see where it says low printed or anything. But no, it's just known among collectors that those are the games that are low printed. Like NIS America are similar. When these games sell out, they don't come back in stock. They sell out, they sell out.
Yeah, and information was hard to find out back then about how limited print, like who had limited quantities of stuff, man. Now it's easier today. But yeah, those companies, man, it was just word of mouth who who had limited print games or whatever, who didn't make that many copies or whatever like that. So Atlas really hit it big. I think that first really big game was actually Catherine. And then
PS3.
after that, it was PS3. Then after that, Persona. I think Persona 4 was the next big one. I don't know. Persona 3 really hit like Catherine did, but Catherine blew up, dude. Like that game was insane. You guys ever played that game
Persona had
before?
a very strong cult following, though.
Right.
People that loved Persona, it was their favorite game. It was Beazle and Enzel. That's why they could release spin-off titles, and the spin-off titles still sold well and different things like that.
You know what was funny about Persona? So I used to have the first one, and I remember I was playing it. I was going to try to enjoy it, and I got stuck in that game. I was like, I'm never playing this game again because it was. So I was like, what the heck? And then I look at the characters in the game. There was one like black character in the game, right? I forgot what his name was. And then when I played the PSP version of the game, try to get back into it again, he was totally missing, and they made him into a white guy. And then I come to find out, no, this is the crazy part. They actually he was actually a white dude first, and then they made him black in the American version on the PS1. I was like, what the heck? Why'd you guys do that? Like, leave the characters alone. Quit changing their.
Leave them how they're intended to be in the first place.
Yeah, because it gets confusing. I was like, dude, like this character's missing, but he was actually a white dude. They turned black, and then I was like, I hate when they do that stuff. I understand when they do it with games like, well, at least at the time, like there's a series called Raw Danger and Disaster Report. I understand why they made it American names or whatever like that back then. It was funny dialogue. But at the same time, it gets confusing, though, in the future because now they're doing the real names of the characters, and then you don't know who they are, and it's so confusing, man. Leave the characters the same, and that's it.
It's very common for them to do that with Japanese releases, and then they'll go, this won't work in America, we're going to change it. Like, if you look at Nier on PS3, they're like, we don't want to release that because it's in Japan, the relationship was between a brother and a sister, and they're like, that won't work. So we're going to make the character her dad because American audiences will be able to relate between a father-daughter relationship stronger than a brother-sister. And it's like,
I think they know what we
makes
want.
The story weird.
It does,
I don't
man.
know.
Just how it's intended to be, and that's all there is to it. America has been known to always interfere with games because they want more money somehow. Like one of the worst things they did was make games harder. Because renting games back in the day was the big thing here in America. Going to Blockbuster, renting the game. They make games more difficult. They say, hey, we make it harder, then it'll be taking longer to beat it, and they'll rent it more. Greedy. And it's like, dude, just leave them alone. Like Castlevania 3 is one of the games that's infamous for that. And also Ninja Gaiden 3 as well. I was like, dude, why is this game? This game is way too hard. It shouldn't be this hard. And then they come to find out they made it harder. So they took out the password system. It had like a save system or a password system in that game. They took it out, because it's just messed up. So what I ended up doing was, back when I was into repro games, somebody had actually made the Japanese version into English, so you could play the original version of the games in English and how they were meant to be. And I just did that, and I was good to go. But man, they messed up a lot of stuff. This interfering.
I want to know who did the Castle Shikigami to Mobile Light Force thing. I want to see that meeting.
Crazy. Crazy. Charlie's Angels?
The Mobile Light Force cover. It makes no sense. If you picked up that game, you would have no idea it was just shmup. And absolutely no idea it was Castle Shikigami.
A lot of shmups are like that.
Completely weird. It's the most terrible.
It's so weird, Fixie, because if they left the game the same, it would have been better, because they cut out the intro cinematic, which was anime.
Yeah, took out all the voice
Why'd they cut that out? They cut out all the voice acting, which they didn't have to do. I mean, people like more product in there. That's not going to turn people off, because if they don't like the animated cutscenes, they can skip them. They took it out completely and just made it like this generic shoot 'em up, which I own both of them. Which one of them is that game called Gunbird, and then the other one, Mobile Light Force 2, is actual Castle Shishigami Part 1.
Yeah,
and so weird when they mess with games like that, man. It's like, what?
Going back to your point earlier, Reggie, like they were doing the whole making games harder back in the arcades, because the idea of the arcades was it's play to win. So the harder it is, the more money you're putting into it. That's that's the way, the concept that they're like, we're going to design this to make you spend as much money as possible.
Oh, exactly. And beat 'em up games were one of the main forces of that. If you ever played any beat 'em up games in the arcade, like Ninja Turtles, if you had 4 turtles in that game, the game was harder. Like a bunch of foot soldiers would come on the screen attacking you and make things hectic. And, you're getting beat up and killed. So dropping that money in there and everything like that. And another thing was, too, Fixie, like, I recently, you seen the one-up arcades, right?
Yep.
I
seen the video you just put out.
I got it. So you saw the part where I was showing Pac-Man, Miss Pac-Man off, and how she would go fast and everything like that. Mm-hmm. But I couldn't believe they made it in arcades where she goes slow, because they wanted you to get killed, so you put in more money. But it makes the game so much not fun. She's got to be fast and moving, because those ghost monsters are after you. They know where you're at pretty much at all times, especially Blinky, the red one. That's like, man, this has got to be entertaining. It's got to be exciting. You can't be moving around slow. Power pellets.
Grudge fucking Blinky.
Yeah, it's like, come on. I was like, even when I was like showing it, I was like, dude, this is insane. Look at this. Like, fast, slow. Obviously fast, because it's more exciting. But that's how
they knew what they were doing.
They knew. Yeah, they did.
We still have this concept in gaming today. It's in mobile gaming really bad. Like, we probably don't play mobile games, but the way mobile games are set up is it's free until you get to a certain point, and then if you want to progress, you have to spend money, and it's just a little bit. And then if you want to get to the next step, you got to spend a bit more, and then a little bit more, and then it's just, you're stuck in the whole system. You've already invested too much money into the game, and mobile gaming is too. Some of the
or just any mobile device. Yeah, that's pretty crazy. I almost got into Star Ocean, because they had a Star Ocean game on mobile, and it looked really good. But I was like, there's no way I'm gonna dump into this game, man, because like, what the heck, man? Like, I don't want to get stuck on a mobile game or whatever like that. So I kind of stayed away from the mobile stuff.
I only got hooked on one mobile game ever. It was the South Park game. You ever play that one they came out with? It was like a card-based game. And I was like, I'm not spending no money. Screw that. And like, it was like a ranked system, and I got like to 50th or something. But like, if you made it, I can't remember if it was top 10 or top 25, but they gave out like super special seasonal awards that you could only get if you finished in the top 25. And like, all those people had like thousands of dollars invested in there, because like you can get like regular cards, rare cards, legendary cards, all that crap. They had like all legendary cards, all maxed out. I'm like, dude, I have one legendary and I made it to 50, and they have like 10. I'm like, this is bullshit. You can't win, because literally the legendary cards, they have twice as much HP as every other card. So even if you play the best you could possibly play, mathematically you're just going to lose, because their characters are just so much more powerful. You can't win. So I just like, oh man, I swore off all games like that forever. I'm like, no, I'm not doing that, because if they made it
pay to win, that's it.
Yeah.
Pay to win.
Yeah.
So who's still involved? It's who spends more money, who can tap their phone faster than the other person.
I loved people who got around that paid, like, going back to arcades real fast. I love people that learned how to play the arcade games to where almost they didn't get killed like playing the game. Like I've seen people go through beat 'em ups. Of course, first fighting games, they could get through it on a quarter. I was able to get through a fighting game on a quarter back when I was a kid, and that was like one of the most impressive moments ever for me. I beat Fatal Fury 2, which was like my first real fighting game that I got into. So I was able to beat that on the quarter, which was awesome because back in the day, I only had like $5 to spend during the week. So I was trying to save as much as possible. So a quarter for that kind of thrill, I'm good to go. But yeah, man, it's really cool seeing that type of stuff and how people kind of like learned how to play arcade games. But you guys ever heard of Haunted Castle?
Yeah, it was the original Castlevania, and it's
The original
freaking
Castlevania game.
impossible.
It's
Yeah.
one of the worst
Impossible.
games. It's one of the worst games ever, dude. Yeah.
I played it
Yeah.
like I remember I got it in one of the collections, and I played it for like 20 minutes, and I'm like, nope, this is
done.
not fun. It's
not.
no good.
So my buddy Jesse, actually one of the biggest Castlevania fans out there, he has everything Castlevania. He actually bought the arcade game years ago. And this is when arcade games were like cheap, like no one was really into them like that. So you could find them like the storages, all kind of stuff.
I just picked
Great
up some
times. So this was
boards.
back in like 2013, 14. But anyways, he got the machine, and that game's impossible, right? He could get through that game without getting hit. He learned all the patterns and everything like that. That's how hardcore he was into it.
Right.
I was like, dude, how hard was it? It looks so unenjoyable because it's so weird how you have to position yourself and do like move around. It's like, man, what the hell? Like, how'd you put yourself through that? Because it's one of the most unbalanced games I've ever seen in my life. And I could tell nobody played it because that's why it's so limited. Because no one would sit there and have their mind to play that game repeatedly, trying to get better. Because you can't barely get past the first level. You know, so and the way Simon whips his whip out, the way he walks around looks so awkward and weird.
It
It's
is.
like what the hell? Ugh.
It really
Sorry about-
sounds like it had the whole game design behind. How much money can we make behind this? Behind
Yeah.
people putting in quarters and playing it as frequently as possible.
Man, it's Konami, so you know how they work.
Well, that's
I guess
I'm-
poker machines are similar. Like if a poker machine starts paying out, they take it out of the club and they put in a new one. You know, they can't have poker machines that give out money. They have to be designed for you to lose. So I guess
Mhm.
you know if they have an arcade
What?
machine that people are playing for half an hour at a time on a quarter, they're eventually going to be like, let's take this one out and put in a new one that people die after 30 seconds on. It makes
Well, I don't know if it was you that told me this, man. The claw machines, they have a certain setting for them, whether they can really grip stuff or whatever like that. You can set it to be a good grip or not be a good grip. And of course, if you have a claw machine, most people made it a weak grip, so that's why nobody was able to grab that stuff out of those machines, which is totally unfair. But the whole
see
system.
some funny videos online where people like we use magnets in claw machines.
Oh yeah, I seen them.
Cheat
They're
the
hilarious,
machine and
dude.
stuff.
Hilarious. But it just shows you everybody that the system is rigged against you no matter what. You know,
Yep.
that's how it is. It's, you know, you can think they want you to think you can win, but really, nah, we're here to
That's
take
like-
your money.
it's like
it's like
carnival
gambling.
games.
But just
Yeah.
for underage, I guess.
It's like
Playing
carnival
the,
games.
lotto or anything, you know, Powerball, any of that type of stuff. It's all
Mhm.
designed to take your money and not give you anything.
Yep, just to give you that thrill to make you think you can win. That's how they get you. That's how they hook you.
There's a park where I live in my town, and it's like a amusement park. And they had a game that you would shoot basketballs into barrels. And if you look at it, it looks like the barrel is a pretty big opening, but what you can't see is an inch down in the barrel. There's things that come in. So the actual hole is tiny. So it looks like the hole is this big, but it's really just a tiny bit bigger than the basketball. So you'd be like sinking shots, and they would look like they were like dead on, and it just bounce out. You'd be like, "What the?" It's just like all rigged, man. So, you know,
Yeah, man, it's like crazy. You know, this. Oh, man,
I'm
you ever
like,
seen
I'm
that movie?
14 over here trying to get laid. I need to make these shots. All right.
You remember that movie? You remember that movie? You guys ever seen that movie Dark Man with Liam Neeson?
Oh, dude, of course, dude.
Pink
Bruce
Elephant? You
Campbell,
remember that
Sam
scene I'm talking
Raimi.
about?
Fuck yeah, man.
The
Dark
Pink
Man.
Elephant scene was
Yeah.
when they cheated him at a carnival and he got pissed off. It's one of the most epic scenes ever. And it just made me think about it because that's how it's a great scene.
I love
yeah,
Sam
man.
Raimi. So, and Bruce Campbell's in the end of that movie. So anything with Bruce
Yes.
Campbell in it is I have to. Oh,
Well, he was originally supposed to be Darkman, but the producers didn't like him as Darkman, so that's why they added Liam Neeson to it. But
he did quite a job. This movie's fucked up.
It is. Did you guys know? I mean, I think this is not rumor anymore, or maybe hopefully it's not rumor, but they're making Spider-Man 4 with Tobey Maguire.
Spider-Man 3, yeah. So
Well,
I guess
4.
we'll
No, it's 4.
completely. Is it 4?
Yeah, 4.
Oh.
We
Are
got
you
a
talking
3.
about the movie, not the video game?
Yeah.
No, we're talking about the movie. I'm sorry.
Okay, sorry, I'm talking about the video game, so we'll get into that later.
Okay, cool. Yeah, hopefully, I mean, I think it's coming out, but Sam Raimi is supposed to be attached to it, and Toby's supposed to come out. All the original cast is supposed to come back, which will be nice because everybody, like guys our age, we love Spider-Man. Tobey Maguire, that's our Spider-Man. All these other guys are just imitations, even though they're cool. But
I never watched the Amazing Spider-Man ones with that other guy. I had no interest in those. The new ones are okay. I don't mind those as much, but I had no interest in the Andrew Garfield ones, I think.
Yeah, I kind of fell off from those two. I mean, I watched part of the first one because Dennis Leary was in it, but he wasn't cursing or acting like Dennis Leary. So I was like, okay. I want the Dennis Leary for Judgment Night, something crazy.
Yeah, dude, Judgment Night is the fucking best movie, dude. That's the best soundtrack ever, dude. Another body murdered. I love that, dude. Oh man, that's seriously like one of my favorite movies when I was growing up, man. I love that movie, dude.
The whole sewer scene. That was insane, man. Like John got sewer.
That's good.
But yeah, great times, man. Dennis Leary is hilarious, man. Great actor, and he was great in Judgment Night. And like I said, he was just watered down too much for Spider-Man. But I understand it because obviously it's Spider-Man, it's comic book hero, whatever like that. So I get it. But
he was in that Fireman show. That was pretty good.
Rescue Me. Yeah, I used to watch it all. Rescue Me was insane. That show had me hooked.
That's the same people that made The Shield, right? That's
I don't know if Kurt Sutter worked on that show. I don't think he did because The Shield was on.
Were there any Nazis? Because there's always Nazis in his show.
No, not that I remember.
Any gangs? There's always gangs. There's always.
Rescue Me had some weird storylines, but it was just like the entertaining when they got to deal with the fires and stuff like that. So
yeah, it's a good show.
But, yeah.
You guys want to get into the whole Insomniac drama that happened this week?
Yes. So what happened with that? Because I don't know about that.
So it's a little bit pretty bad news, like what's happened, because it's going to change what developers do in the future. So,
but it's not going to ruin our Christmas, though. We're all going
to. No, it shouldn't ruin our Christmas. Good. So Insomniac was hacked, and hackers basically threatened them to release all their information unless they paid a ransom, which they didn't. So 1.7 terabytes of data was hacked and leaked, including like employees' personal information and stuff, which is terrible, and it's a good company, which is quite devastating to happen. And with the leak, they've released a lot of new game footage. They've also released 10 years of game
like their release schedules, like what they were
basically the next 10 years of release schedules are out. They've released figures from all the way back to 1997 of sales data and like how much money the original Spyro games made in every Ratchet and Clank game.
How the hell did they get hacked though?
It's crazy what hackers can do these days. Just like the new Grand Theft Auto got hacked. If there's stuff out there, then people are going to find it these days.
They are, yeah, because I remember it happened with Capcom, too, a couple years ago.
What I did want to talk about, though, and if you guys want to see any of the new games, I mean, you can just go on Twitter and type in Insomniac, you're going to find it.
Was there any games that impressed you from what you saw, even though it's...
like the new Wolverine looks amazing, and there's Spider-Man 3 and different things like that. Like, the new games look awesome. But I do want to talk about the new Spider-Man game, because they showed the schedule and how they plan to release it, and I have a serious problem with this because it goes against what we want as collectors. So they're releasing it as I believe it's 3 parts,
multiple parts,
episodic
releases for each part. It's like a 3-year plan. It's just like you buy the game day one, you don't get the game.
No, you get the first third, and then you buy the second third, and then you buy the third third. And then you buy all the DLC, and then you buy the complete edition, and then you buy the new version on the new system that comes out. Yeah, every company wants to sell their game 17 times.
This is the future, and people are planning for it already. So this is Like we're already getting it today. It's going to be on steroids in 10 years on how we get release stuff.
Well, they wanted to do that with Grand Theft Auto 6, I know. And one of the guys said they should have released it in sections pretty much or whatever like that. But I don't know, man. They should do that
I
with
don't
Grand
see
Theft Auto.
Rockstar doing it. I hope not, because
I don't think so
that'll
because
kill the idea of the game in my head if that's
the
okay.
thing, Fixie, I mean, they're gonna obviously they're working on the game pretty hard and everything like that. They're trying to get like a lot of the buildings to have access to them or whatever like that. But when it comes to story mode, I don't think they'll ever do that because now they know their big money comes from online. So online is what they're focused on when they want to make the big money at. I mean, the storyline will get you through the door for more common players like us, I think. I don't know if you guys play GTA Online. I'm not going online. But I told you that horror story that happened to me when I went online. I'll never again. But yeah, I don't think they'll do that, man. Rockstar has been on point. There's a reason why people love them so much, man. Yeah, so they won't do that to the fans.
Oh, I think you're spot on. And the way they'll do online is it'll be seasonal and they'll make their money that way. And they'll make just as much money as all these other companies by releasing their product in too. I like how they release their game with no online mode for the first 4 or 6 weeks that gets every single person playing the story mode. I do enjoy that.
Yes, that was awesome. And I was surprised they added it on. I didn't know they were going to add it. They had this little trailer. And you know how, remember in GTA 5, how you could switch between Trevor, Michael, and Franklin, like all through the cell phone or through the pad or whatever. Like there was a bottom
the
one.
D-pad up, down.
Yeah, and the bottom one was like, like had a shadow, like a silhouette. And then you find out that's your character that you can make. You're like, whoa. When you make your character, they come into the story mode. Like it takes place three weeks prior before GTA 5, and you go through all these missions with other people that you've met. It's freaking awesome. But I just hated the way you created your character. You had to like go through your grandparents and your parents, and then like they would come to this. Yeah, it was the character creation was weird, but either way, still it's kind of cool to have your own character in the game. So yeah.
No, I thought they did that really well, and I love the fact that it didn't come out for a month because by the time online came out, I'd finished the game, so I was ready to jump in online. Unfortunately, when it first came out on PS3, it was terrible. It was full of hackers and it didn't run very well. And
I remember they hacked to where you could go to the area in the beginning of the game where it's like another city that you couldn't have access to, but it's only in the beginning of the game when
lost like New York in Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah, you were like you could be in that area. I was like, dude, this is crazy. But it was kind of funny though at the same time. But yeah, and the thing back then though, online was for PS3 was free, so they didn't really have any security on it. I mean, obviously Sony got hacked. If you guys remember that whole hacking situation?
Oh yeah,
years ago.
that was
a couple of times.
I still remember that day because I was in digital. I was all about digital content back then. Oh, I'm gonna get this game. I had bought a $50 PlayStation card. I said, yes, I'm gonna download this fighting game called Arcana Heart 3. Man, I've been waiting to play this. And as soon as I go home, I try to code. Error. I'm like, what? What's wrong with this? What's going on? I just bought this. I thought something was wrong with my card. Didn't go to the internet. Sony's been hacked, and took months for them to get back online. Man, that was.
Dude, I remember that.
That was all anonymous who got them too. Like it wasn't a small group.
Yeah, it was crazy. One hacker showed his face online. I was like, idiot. I mean, he wanted to take the credit and everything, which I guess I get. But you make yourself a target. He ended up getting arrested, but I don't know.
Yeah, so it was one guy that took them on, and because of how Sony handled it, Anonymous got involved and then really took Sony down, and that's when it got serious. And
right. Yeah, that was crazy, man.
And the way they handled it too, they went down and announced, "Oh, we've just got malfunctions," and then 3 days later they came out and said, "By the way, we actually did get hacked, and all your information is out there, and we're sorry, and we knew about it 3 days ago." Whoops.
Yeah.
All I remember is all my Xbox friends being like, "Hey,
yeah." I was like, dude, this is a total violation, man. I mean, that's what happens with free, though. I mean, you kind of put yourself out there. I mean, that would have never happened with Microsoft. At least I don't think it would have. I mean, they had better security. And Sony security was so like lame back then. And I don't think Anonymous had any like a hard time at all getting through their servers like they did. So,
well, one guy got in there originally because Anonymous
one guy,
involved later,
and then they got involved later. My bad. Yeah, so that's pretty crazy. I wish he had did it just one more day after. Man, I could have got my game and been good if he had to do it. Jesus.
Also, while we're talking about hacking news, that came out today that the kid, and I recall he's a kid because he's not 18, who hacked the Grand Theft Auto 6 trailer, is now being put in a don't know if this is true. I just read it on Twitter, but got put in a prison hospital under like 24-hour supervision. He's not allowed to use a computer for the rest of his life, and yeah,
Just
so
for leaking
basically
Grand Theft Auto?
they classed him as dangerous because of how his hacking skills are, and they
Ooh.
don't trust him. And obviously, this is their way of putting him in like a jail.
Dude, he must
Government.
be getting so much pussy. Be like, yo, I am banned from. I'm so dangerous. I'm not even allowed near a fucking
Wait,
Game Boy. I can't
he's
even
as
use
good
an Apple Watch. Not allowed.
Well, if he's as good as Fixie says he is, man, I mean, he's not gonna have. They're not gonna let
Actually,
him work
shit, I
a
was just
job
kidding,
ever
kid.
again.
You're awesome. Don't hack me, bro. If you're watching.
No, they're gonna make him. They're gonna make their kid work for them. That's how
That's
they do
Well,
it.
exactly. It'll be you work for us or you don't have a life. So.
Exactly. That's what they do with hackers, man, when they get caught. So they usually agree because obviously, I mean, they're cornered or whatever like that.
That's happened
so.
to Zero Cool, I believe.
That's how other hackers get caught. They get caught by other hackers that work for the government.
Dude, did you guys watch Hackers in the 90s? Like,
Yeah, I remember. The ending is always. I always remember the ending where dude thought he got away. Like, what's his name? It was Fish. The guy played in Short Circuit. I can't remember his name.
Yeah, that is the guy. He's the Indian dude in Short
Yeah, he
Circuit.
plays he's the
He's
white dude,
not
though.
Indian at all.
Dude, he fucking that part in the movie. He said, "Man, I worked hard to get that part because he went to India and like spent the night with people." Hilarious, but yeah, his scene at the end of that movie was hilarious, man. When he got caught, Hackers is actually a cool movie, man. I haven't watched it in a long time. I need to watch it again, man. Angelina Jolie.
I think it's something that everyone has to really look at again because, like, hacking today is a lot more serious than it was 5 or 10 years ago. Like, even just having, two-factor authentication on all your accounts, like, mightn't be enough these days. You really should.
Really, they're getting through that, man. Jeez.
Every password should be unique, and it shouldn't be numbers. It should be like a digitally created password that even you don't know. You have to, use another password to get access to it. And I got hacked a couple of years ago, and I got hacked on PlayStation. That's where they got me. And once they got into my PlayStation, they got into everything else. And I woke up to hundreds of dollars missing. I was able to get it all back and changed everything. But, I thought I was protected, and it can happen.
It sucks. Yeah, I had a ransomware attack, which was pretty crazy. They tried to lock up my stuff saying, you got to pay us a ransom to get this stuff. I said, I don't care about any of that stuff. Keep it. I'll just start over. You know what I mean? Like, I was like, I don't put no personal shit on my computer. Like, it's just like work and stuff. So I was like, what is this? Like, crazy. But it's scary though to think about that though, because I remember years ago, I think me, Jason, Kelsey, we all got emails saying that someone was trying to get into our account, sign into our accounts or whatever like that. And we told each other. And luckily we had that two-step verification, going, but still the thing about how hard it is to get through that. And if they're able to break that nowadays, that's pretty scary. Like, what else can you do? Like, it's just like, what the hell? What's going on?
Well, I've seen the movie
some
Hackers.
crazy
What
stories.
you do is you build a big digital wall with a big skull, and it goes. Bah, 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 bah. That's the funniest thing I've ever
That's
seen
how you
in my
protect
life.
yourself.
It's so ridiculous. If you've ever wanted to see the most inaccurate depiction of what hacking is like, check that movie out. It's just it's completely wrong.
That movie's so fun though.
Oh, dude, the soundtrack again is dope. I still listen to that main song. That's in my playlist. Oh yeah, that shit's fucking really good. That we do you know that song? No. All right. Anyway, I was.
I was saying to Joe before the show that after this, I'm going to throw some In Flames on.
So,
bro.
Well, there's something else because I'm actually doing. I'm like halfway through doing my video for this. I'm supposed to post it today, but I'll just post it tomorrow. But I was really upset, and this is a couple weeks old. But the whole Sony thing with Discovery, how people were about to lose access to 1,300 shows pretty much that they downloaded and paid for, and it comes to show what I've been saying for years. Like, hey, you buy digital content, you don't own it. They can take it away from you at any time, and they don't have to archive it. You know what I mean? So that where you can re-download it again, like it's under a clause to where you're paying to borrow it for a little bit until they say you can't use it anymore. And that's why digital content to me, man, is a waste unless you're paying extremely cheap for it. Something like 90% off or something like that. Because like I said, renting is different from buying it. You know what I mean? And I feel like with our money, man, like hard-earned money, that we should be able to keep stuff forever. But with
Completely
digital content, it's not like that. That's why you don't see people selling digital content to each other. They don't really. I don't think you can really. No one's going to buy.
With that in mind, Reggie, if your digital content isn't worth anything, is it stealing if you illegally download it? If it's not yours anyway?
It's only stealing if you get caught. There you go.
Because like I'd never steal something in real life, but the idea of downloading something that you can get for free or paying $100 for it, I'm going to download it if I can.
Yeah, exactly. It's a slippery slope, I would say, but I don't know, man. I mean,
I love the idea behind what we brought up last week, Joe. Like, if you buy a game, it becomes your NFT that you can then turn around and sell to someone for half the price you bought it for, or sell it back to Steam or something and get some money for it. That's how it should be.
They don't.
I think there was like a lawsuit or something recently that Steam, like against Steam, that said like people have to be able to sell their digital games.
Right.
So
it was in the EU, and I believe that they will implement this, but it hasn't been done yet.
They should have a place you can sell your games, and they should just take a cut and make money off of it. That's what you do. Just take 10% of the sale, But
they don't want you doing that, man, because it takes away from their money. They don't want anybody doing it. So that's the reason why you can't really sell digital content like that. That would they would take a percentage from them, and they can't have that. Because they have a lot of the kids today indoctrinated with buying games, getting games immediately, and just downloading, playing it like that. They don't have any value to where like they want a physical copy that they own and they can do whatever they want with it. They can let somebody borrow it or whatever like that.
Yeah. So sorry, what James was saying too is they did say that you're going to be able to watch them. I think for 50 months. I think they said for at least 50 months for the Discovery situation. So it's like it's just another
ticking time bomb. So they go.
Yeah, it's just like, don't be mad at us now, be mad at us later. It's like telling it's like, hey, telling your wife, like, I'm gonna cheat on you, but not for like a couple of years. So just chill. You'll be pissed then, but for now, just relax.
What the hell is that? His real? Is that his real? James, is that your real picture on there? That's an AI. The expression looks hilarious.
What's up, James?
So another thing too, I've talked about this before too, but like once it's all a digital marketplace, companies are only going to put their most popular shows to watch, and so there's just going to be a ton of stuff that is just gone forever, and if you're not going to be able to watch Mr. Belvedere, you ain't going to be watching Elf, you ain't going to be watching. If you're into like some obscure shows they're not that popular, like they will not be available. Right. So that's why I keep harping on like.
Here's an example.
Get the DVDs, Blu-rays, and stuff you want now, because it just won't. Like anime is another huge one. Like they did a ton of Blu-ray reprints of tons of animes, like 80s animes and stuff like. And like it's probably not going to be available if you're into like old, Macross, or you're into old stuff. Like it just won't be there. So
yeah, you're right. And with the rights and stuff like that, it won't be the same. They might cut something out or do something crazy. Another show that's obscured, a lot of people don't know about. You remember Freddy's Nightmares, Nightmare on Elm Street, the series?
I do. Yeah, I used to watch Friday the 13th show. I used to watch that too. I love that shit too. Hell yeah.
Yep. No, those shows still have not been officially released properly,
Did you ever watch Monsters? It's just called Monsters. It was like Tales from the Dark Side, kind of, but it was just called like.
No, I never seen that one.
Dude,
another good one?
It's pretty good. I remember this one episode where like it's like they live in a zombie world, and like this girl's like in love with this guy who's a zombie, and like the whole episode is about him trying to get inside, and then guess what happens? It's just like, but I remember it is a great episode. It's a decent show. Yeah. If you like that Campfield horror, like Tales from the Crypt type shit, I think only one, maybe two.
I need to look at that and check that out.
Yeah. It's called Monsters. It's really good.
Well, go on to elaborate on what you just said.
Early 90s. Yeah. Like we're early 90s. Yeah.
We won't see those shows that are hidden gems or people don't watch. We're also not going to see as many of those shows and video games as well being brought out, because if suddenly the only place you can sell a game to is, Xbox's store or Sony's store or, Amazon or Prime, it's going to cost you so much more money to get it on these servers, and you're going to be making less. There's going to be less of these lower, small companies putting their products out there, and
and someone like Sony, going back to the digital company, they don't want to pay royalties really when it comes down to on having this stuff. So
yeah, and the data and the storage, it costs money. So
Right.
if I'm the only asshole watching Mr. Belvedere, they ain't gonna put it on there for me. I don't know why I keep bringing up Mr. Belvedere.
Dude, it's that show is so like I used to love that show as a kid, but think about it now, it's kind of weird because like
exactly.
I love the intro though. The intro
Everybody
is great,
wants a big old Englishman living in their house. Come on.
Hello, George. Oh my god, dude.
Vixie's like, what the fuck are they talking about? I don't know, man. The 90s and the 80s were amazing.
I remember the ending of that show though. Mr. Belvedere finally got like married or something like that. And that was
There's
like,
a entertaining, having an eggs. I don't remember the song. That's my point. Weird, obscure shit. Like what if you really want to watch Sliders? I know it'll be on there, man. I love that show. So it's damn well I bought that show on DVD because I'm like, I'm making sure I have it.
Yeah, it's safer for people to get stuff as physical, man, because like I said, you have total control of when you can watch it or whatever. I hate nowadays when they certain companies like Netflix or whatever, they'll lose the rights to something, and then somebody if you want to watch the Resident Evil series, you can watch one maybe on Netflix and two of them are on Hulu, and then the other ones are on Amazon. You gotta have all those streaming services.
And then the third season is rent or buy only, and you're like, what?
Dude,
I'm not
exactly.
this.
That's the kind of stuff we run into.
Already paying for it. Like
I love what Netflix made the streaming service happen, man. But a lot of these other companies that took advantage of it, it's crazy. Like Disney started their own with their product, which I get, but I don't want to have a bunch of streaming services just to watch a couple movies that I like or whatever like that. So now it's just better to go out there, get that physical copy, and when you're ready to watch it, boom, you can do that.
I've definitely noticed that there is like a resurgence of physical media in terms of like DVDs today. Like people are realizing that, hang on, my favorite TV shows are changing and I need to get the DVD version. Like even really popular shows like Friends, for example, the Blu-ray version is different to the DVD version. So suddenly the DVD versions are becoming more collectible and people actually want those versions again.
Monster Squad, that movie, will never be released in its original form because they use bad words in that. They call each other the F word, and they call it's like there's language in that you can't say anymore. So you won't, if you ever want to watch the actual movie, you have to buy that. You're not gonna if that gets put on streaming, like it will be edited. They will not allow that to be played the way it was originally played. Mm-hmm. No way.
Yeah.
So yeah, I definitely I hate that about the future too, because basically we've gone from a society now it's like we have the nanny state is the best way they call it. It's the nanny state. It's just the government saying no, you can't see that and you can't look at that and that's inappropriate and that's going to make you this and that's going to, and you know what, no it's not after all the crazy effed up shit I watched in the 80s and the 90s, I turned out just fine. Okay, all right, I watched some of really messed up horror movies, dude. like stuff that one?
Vigilant 8 was absolutely amazing. I love that game back in the day.
Oh, Vigilant! First PlayStation ever played. Oh, Vigilant 8 was crazy, dude. Like, man, I played that game a little bit later, but man, I was like, dude, this game is pretty on point, man. It's wild. I mean, I think I kind of prefer that over Twisted Metal.
I prefer these over Twisted Metal because I grew up with them. So
you did too? Okay.
Especially number 2. That one was the go.
2's on point? Okay. Yeah. I think I have those games. But I know I played the first one a little bit late and everything.
I was telling Andy about how good they were, and he picked a copy up, and I went around his place, and he's like, let's throw it in and play. That was really bad, not going to lie. But then I played single player, and I realized that they watered down the multiplayer version, so there's only like you and another person, and it's a few weapons. But if you play single player, there's like 15 people in the game, and it's so much more fun.
Yeah.
Twisted Metal 2 still holds up.
Oh, number 1, man.
2 all the time. You like 1 better?
The production values they put in that game, the comic book endings. One of the rarest PlayStation items is actually the Twisted Metal 2 comic book. That's like the holy grail of PlayStation stuff,
Really?
dude. If you can find that comic book, dude, it's money.
I can't say I have that. I wish I was like, oh, I got that. No, I don't.
If you had it, man, you'd be very happy right now. But that game had so many good production values with the voice acting, the endings, the gameplay itself. Because I think the original guys who made it, that they left, and Part 3 was made by somebody else, 989 Studios, and it was pretty much watered down from what the first 2 games were, I would say.
That dude, the third game was terrible.
Yeah, man,
hated
and
it.
the endings are horrible too. Like they were all like generic endings that were like the same kind of.
Yeah, the graphics, the controls, I couldn't stand 3. Like I remember me and my brother being so disappointed when 3, because we were really excited for 3.
Yeah.
4 was a lot better though. They did make 4. It was a pretty decent game.
They did. But I think the true sequel to Part 2 was actually Twisted Metal Head On.
Yeah, that game's sick.
That one is kind of like a good follow-up to Part 2, I would say. They really tried to fix a lot of stuff, and definitely a lot of the endings in that one were sequels to the second game, which was on point. And I think after that, they made, the PS3 version, which was dark.
Dude, yeah, I like the PS3 one. I don't know. People didn't seem to, it didn't do very well. I loved it. I think it's great.
Well, it's because Twisted Metal been gone for so long. I mean, like the last Twisted Metal game that really people knew about was Head On. That came out on PSP.
No, Black. Black was
Black was beginning of the PS2 era. And then,
PS2, yeah.
Then we got Head On the PSP, and then Head On came out for PS2. But like I said, it was like a lackluster release because PSP was a portable system. PlayStation Portable was pretty popular, but not popular enough to really bring back a franchise, I would say, on that system. So they finally brought it to the PS3, but it was late in the PS3's life cycle, I think. Well, maybe not too late, man. It's hard to remember all this shit. All I remember though is that game was dark as hell. Like it was the darkest Twisted Metal ever. And the whole thing with what's his name? The ice cream dude, the Sweet Tooth.
Sweet Tooth, yeah.
In the family and the cinematic dude. I was like, dude, this is dark as hell, dude. But it was great. I loved it.
Yeah, that's what I was expecting the show. That was the one. Did you watch the TV show? Have you seen that?
Yes, I watched it all the way through. It was weird in the beginning because the girl kept trying to kill dude when he was trying to help her. Like, stop trying to kill me. I'm helping you.
What the ungrateful? No, that was my only. First of all, I love that show. I'm up. I think it's a great show. I recommend it. 2 thumbs up. Twisted Metal is, if you haven't seen it, it's a good time.
It is.
But I was a little disappointed that Sweet Tooth was. He was scary and he was crazy, but it wasn't dark enough. He wasn't like I don't know. He was too comic relief. He was too goofy and funny, and they had and I get why they did that, but I wanted more of it's like, I don't know. When you watch Sweet Tooth in those games and you watch it, I'm like, he's disturbed. He's scared.
Very disturbed, man.
You wouldn't want to hang out with him for 1 second. No, like not at all.
Yeah, they almost got killed by him, and luckily they won him over, and he's I'm not going to kill you. But it looks like he's going to be dark in the second season.
I hope so. I can't wait.
The second season, Mr.
Slam was an interesting choice too. I don't remember that being in the game.
I love the production values they put into that series, man, because it shows you a video game series like that could work, or movies if they put the high enough production in. They got good actors in it. I forgot what the main actor's name is, but he's a Twisted Metal fan, so he was happy to do the show. Yeah. And I don't know who else was in it I could think of, and I haven't watched it in a while. But
is that the same? Is that Captain America or whatever?
Yeah, the guy who plays Captain America.
Yeah, same dude.
Yeah, I don't forget his name though. His first movie I saw him in was 8th Mile. Eminem. Is that what the movie was called?
Yeah,
8 Mile.
8 Mile. Yeah, rap battle.
Oh my God. You guys got me thinking about a game on PS3, similar genre. Do you guys ever play a game called Mayhem 3D?
Not that I'm aware of.
So it was a I'll pull it out of the shelf to talk about.
Yeah, grab it, man. Show us. It was a little history.
Thanks, Shangri-La. Yeah, that's my one.
So you got me wanting to play Vigilante.
My second favorite In Flames album.
Well, Five Slotham does because he mentioned it. So I gotta probably try.
Yeah, so this game's really cool. So this is.
I have seen that game. Yeah. It looks.
So
it's
this
like black
game's
and white.
like a destruction derby type game in black and
Mad
white.
World. It's like Mad
World.
World.
However, it's got 3D glasses inside. If you put the 3D glasses on, it makes like red blood and like blue colors throughout the game too. So it's really cool. I put it in. I finished it in one day. I played it for 12 hours straight.
It came out to America. I never seen that.
Yeah, the American release, and it's got a really, really expensive PAL release too. And I believe it has 2 sets of glasses. I'll just pull it out. It's quite heavy. It's got a fixed.
So it's meant to go with the PlayStation TV at the time, the 3D TV.
No. It works without the TV. You just put the glasses on because it's got the blue and the red colors in the lenses.
Mayhem. What's this?
And quite a
Learn
thick
something
manual
new.
too. So
Yeah, that was on my list of because for a while I was getting like every racing game on PS3 because I just think it has the best library, dude. Like it has like 8 Need for Speed games. It's got Juiced.
good.
It's got Ridge Racer. There are so many freaking Split Second.
so many kart races, man. Mod Racing Nation.
yeah,
there are.
Madagascar Racing.
Yep.
There's so many of them.
Then there's
Oh my God, it pops up
there's
here.
Nailed, and then there's like all the little ATV games,
MX
Motor
versus ATV,
Storms.
yeah.
It's just I think that the PS3 like arcade racing library is the best.
Not to mention Gran Turismo 5 and 6.
Yeah, who's ever heard of them?
Fixie, I see a listing for $44. Is that too much?
I paid $4
find-
for my copy.
You can
so-
find it cheaper at a shop, man,
Yeah.
for sure.
Okay. Because
Reggie, I got my copy in
with the
Seattle
glasses?
for $4 too, so you can get it.
Really? Okay,
Yeah.
well, I'll go to Pink Gorilla.
It wasn't from Pink Gorilla. It was from no, not coming to me.
That's the
somewhere
only place
north
you're
of
allowed to
town.
mention, anyway.
I'm just surprised I didn't know about this game, man. Like I'm usually on it, but
I would call it like a hidden gem. Like it's a game that I would recommend people because it's fun.
well, you want to hear a hidden gem? It's a kart racer. I actually got it about a year ago when I went game hunting with Jason. It's called hold on, I got my phone here, so I gotta like look up stuff.
Yeah,
Blur.
Blur's another
We
one.
didn't even mention Blur, Joe.
Yeah,
Blur
yeah.
was so
That's
good.
what I'm saying. There's so many like really good racing
Burnout
games
Paradise.
on the PS3.
Turbo Racing.
PS4's
So-
got some.
I guarantee
Got a
you
lot
guys
of
haven't heard of
games
this
too,
game when I find it here. It is called. Come on.
Flat Out on PS3. No, I'm just kidding. It's like the worst game.
I love Flat Out because you fly it.
That was
how
on
you got fly that
PS4.
car.
There's never Flat Out on PS3 too.
No.
No, there's 1 and 2 is on PS2, and I know I have 1 on PS4.
Seeing that guy fly out the car like that
I
was
don't know.
insane.
I don't know.
Okay, look at this.
I do like
Hold on,
those
guys.
games a lot, though. Yeah, all the dirt games too. I forgot to mention
Jimmy
all those.
Johnson's Anything of an Engine.
Yes, that's it.
Oh, was that it?
That was it.
It's so much fun, man. It is.
It is.
really is.
It's a
I'll
hidden
grab it,
gem.
'cause
Nobody
the
knows about
artwork
it.
is amazing too.
Yeah, the artwork for that game is so hilarious because you could tell they just like, I don't know, they just tacked that on, but it's hilarious. But that game is so much fun. It's on the PS3, 360, and I think the Wii as well. But I like the PS3 version. Yep, you got it.
That artwork, how good is it?
Look at that, dude. It is so much fun because the tracks break apart while you're racing on them. So when you do the laps, everything changes up pretty much. So it's kind of like it reminds me of Sonic All-Star Racing transformed a little bit.
It's like
Yeah, I
a
love that
a
game. That's
barbecue
another
on wheels on the back.
incredible game.
Wow.
Here's a random one. Have you guys ever played Excite bots for or Excite Truck on the Wii? Excite Truck on the Wii is freaking fantastic. It is one of the best racing games I've ever played and one of my favorite Wii games by a landslide. So it's like you race with the the little Wiimote or whatever, and like what it has like just massive airtime jumps, and like you fly up in the air, and like you can like as you get close to the ground, you can slam the Wii controller down to the ground to like slam down for extra points, and you can like smash into. Oh, dude, I'm telling you, I don't know if it's a hidden gem. I feel like Wii people probably know a lot about it, but Excite Truck is awesome, dude. Like it's literally like the main reason I play my Wii to this day is I'll just be sitting around like, yo.
Wait, I mean, have you got your Wii on recently? Because I heard like the system a brick or something, like if you don't turn it on in a while, some weird.
I use mine pretty regularly because I test games and stuff and clean games all the time.
I need to bust mine
And
out, man.
Even working at the pawn shop, we used to have
really
at any given time 50 Wiis, and it would be rare if one wasn't working, and they would be sitting up there for years at some of them. So.
Yeah, it's one system that it doesn't really hold its value because like there were so many of them made. I mean, everybody had a Wii in their house, you know.
Yeah, and the Wii U is backwards compatible, so it's one of those things. Why would you get a Wii when you could get a Wii U? You know, like
Just
only
want to
reason
say, when COVID first started, Wii's were selling for like $100, and Wii Sports was going for like $30. I can't give away Wii Sports today, but I was selling Wii Sports for $30 a copy at one point.
Yeah, so I think the only reason to have like a Wii is if you want, if you have one that has the GameCube, which you can play.
Backwards compatibility.
Which
Yeah,
most
so
of them
then you
do.
can play HDMI with your GameCube, and that's kind of neat, but not for actual Wii games. Or if you had like purchased a shit ton on the digital store, because I think the Wii had the best Nintendo digital store ever. I don't know why they keep taking everyone's games away, making you buy them again. But
well, you can't. There's certain
story.
games on that. There was exclusives on that store, man, that were amazing, and there's 3 of them that I can think of right now: Castlevania Rebirth, Contra Rebirth, and Gradius Rebirth. Man, those are all on that exclusive to that store. Like, dude, those games need to be re-released as physical because they're great games. I mean, Contra Rebirth is on point. Like, that game could have like that last Contra that came out that we got. I forgot what it was called, the top-down one. They could have just made
Rogue
the Wii U
Core.
version. Horrible. They just tagged the Contra name on some generic game.
That wasn't a Contra game. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, they knew what they were doing. Just always throw the Contra name on it. It'll sell more. Like, yeah, it'll piss people off. And then there was the Castlevania one. It was a remake of Castlevania for the Game Boy. Amazing game. One of my friends just actually beat it on his channel a couple months back. And
that just got a PS4 released. A PS4 release, yeah, right?
No, they haven't ported that game to any system besides the Wii store.
I'm thinking of the Game Boy version. Sorry.
Yeah, it's on the Game Boy versions. Like the wait. Let me think. No, it's not on the Game Boy versions. It's not like re-released on the Game Boy. It's just that remake or whatever. But they need to release the remake because the original Game Boy one was a good game, but it was very slow how your guy moved and everything like that. They didn't clock the speeds right. They fixed that in the sequel, Belmont's Revenge, on the Game Boy. That game moved pretty fast. But I think this was a way of them saying sorry by remaking that game on the Wii. But it's only on that system officially, so that's the only way you can play it. And it's a shame that nobody wants to port it to any other systems to where it could be like played by a more modern audience, because a lot of people don't even know it exists. And it has great music, good boss battles. It's like one of the best traditional Castlevanias out there because it's so the gameplay is so smooth. But yeah,
I wouldn't rule it out because Castlevanias have been given so much love in the last 3 or 4 years that I wouldn't rule out Lords of Shadows on PS1 and on PS3 getting a modern PS5 treatment, and them to go back and get every Castlevania game that's ever been released and have it on modern systems because they're almost at that point.
Yeah,
only a couple more.
Did you like Castlevania? That one, the Lords of Shadows series?
It's okay.
I enjoyed it. It wasn't what I expected because I was expecting a Castlevania game.
I wasn't expecting what happened in the second game. I was like, what? What is going on here? Like, because I played the first one, loved it, beat it. And then we got to the second. I was like, dude, this just made a dark turn. Like, this is insane. But I love the production values they put into it.
It's a good game.
Patrick Stewart in there voicing what's his name? I forgot the guy's name right now. And some of the boss battle. It was like Castlevania meets God of War, pretty much. Exactly
or Devil May Cry or something like that.
Yeah, that's what it was. So
I would have preferred if they wouldn't have done it because of the timing, but if they made the game today, it would be like a Souls-like game because all games are done like that. And I personally think that would be more enjoyable rather than just hack and slashing everything.
Right.
So everybody, I always think, to me, what it is anytime a game comes out and it's not really that well received, all it takes is like a worse game coming out later, and then all of a sudden that one looks like prime. And I don't know how to describe it. And a great example of that is this band. Every time In Flames releases a new album, I can't stand it. And then they release another new album, and I hate that one even more. And then the old one sounds pretty damn good.
Right on.
That's what always happens. The new album comes out, and I go, I don't like this. This isn't what I want. And then they go even farther off the course, and I'm like, I guess this other one's actually pretty good. It's like that always happens. Although the new album is pretty good. The new album's solid.
You guys ready to play the Figsy quiz?
I'm ready.
Let's do it. Yo, this person right here knows. This person knows. That's what I brought up last week. I showed off my Onimusha games, and I'm like, this needs to come back.
What's your
Alrighty, this should be a lot of fun. So, the theme of today's quiz is going to be Christmas. All the questions are going to be a little bit Christmassy. And we will start off with chat's question first. So, the way this will work, everyone watching, is if you get the question right, you get 1 point. If you end up getting 5 points from 5 different shows, you will win a video game shipped anywhere in the world. So, right now, Turner's got 1 point. Banfi and Cyrus both have 3 points. So, today's chat question is. So I need the full video game title for the correct answer.
Oh wow.
What the
It is a tough one.
fuck? Message from Serial Gamer. Is there like a murderer gamer on YouTube? I like the game and I like to hunt down my victims.
All right, why are we letting everyone think about this? Let's get into the quiz. Reggie, would you like to go first today, or would you want Joe going first?
Let's let Joe go first. I've been on a winning streak.
He's on a
Joe, you're going to be going first today. Let's do this.
Yeah.
It's like the iocane powder in Princess Bride. Which cup you drinking, bro?
It really is, because sometimes the questions will be really easy and then
Never
really hard to
match
do.
wits with a Sicilian.
All right, Joe, this one's for you.
Oh boy.
What fighting game can you play as Sumo Santa? Is
Oh
it
man,
Fighting Fighters?
I know Reggie
Fighting
knows
Fighters?
this.
I know this
Dark
easy.
Soldiers or World
You-
Heroes?
You'll know it too. Come on, just
I
think
don't
about it.
know. King of Fighters.
Incorrect. Reggie, what's the answer?
There's a clay fighter.
Yep.
Yeah, that
Clay
makes
Fighters
Fighters
it
is
is.
correct.
that more sense. But you like King of Fighters, so when you said it was easy, I was like, oh, it's like Reggie's game. He probably knows it. So maybe it's not. I mean, that makes more sense though.
All right, Reggie, question number 2 is for you.
All right.
What video game did the boy ask Santa for Christmas in the movie Bad Santa? Was it Sony Super Mario, Nintendo Deer Hunter, Atari Grand Theft Auto, or Xbox Bird Fighter?
Dude, I know this movie well, man.
I love this movie. Bad Santa's so good, dude.
How'd you feel about the second one?
Yeah.
Nintendo
Yeah.
Deer Hunter?
I mean, it was all right.
Fixie, I'm gonna go with. Oh gosh, I know I'm gonna get it wrong, but I feel like Atari Grand Theft Auto.
Atari Grand Theft Auto is incorrect.
Mm.
I'm not gonna lie, I think I heard you say the answer. Nintendo Deer Hunter.
I didn't say the answer, but I almost slipped it out.
Next. Oh, good. What do you want? What do you want? What are you doing? God damn it!
Nintendo Deer Hunter 3.
A shit what you want? Blow it.
Oh man, I'm totally watching that.
Yeah, I haven't watched it this month either. I need to watch Bad Santa.
That's
again.
surprisingly, that's like one of my girlfriend's favorite movies. She loves that movie to death.
That was John Ritter's last movie too, man. He was great in it too, man. Like everybody in that movie, was great. It was
Yeah, dude.
hilarious.
That is
We got a good meme coming up later about Christmas movies.
Okay.
So the lady from Gilmore Girls is in it too, and that's my girlfriend's
Yeah.
like favorite person in the world. She watches Gilmore Girls like nonstop all the time. So anyway,
Yeah,
yeah.
All right, question number 3. Joe, this one is for you. So I'm
Oh, should
going
I
to
give
say-
myself a point for that or no?
Yeah, I gave you a point.
Oh, that's nice of you.
But I didn't say the full answer. I just said the name of it.
All right.
All right, so Joe, I'm going to show you a screenshot. You have to tell me what video game this screenshot's from.
Mm-hmm.
That's easy.
Why you gotta say that? Make me fucking think I'm dumb. Why you gotta make me feel dumb?
There's like a hint in the picture.
He's got some nice moves. I'll tell you that right now. Jet Cola, is that the hint? Should I know what that is? Bro, I don't know what this is. Postal.
Incorrect. Reggie?
Shenmue.
Ah, man.
That is from Shenmue.
Christmas. Oh.
the hint was the freaking Coca-Cola machine in the back because he always the Jet Cola.
Mm.
Also, the shape of their bodies. Not many games.
The
do
shape of the
that.
body, yeah.
All right, Reggie. Here's your screenshot. What video
All right.
game is this from?
So we got here bowling. That, gosh, I know this game, man, but oh man,
Looks dope, whatever it is. I want to play it. Yo, what's with that one dude mooning everybody in the back left? You see that?
I know the cover of the game has like this dude, all is like this fat dude, all happy that he's bowling, but I can't remember. It's like I don't remember the name of the game. I have to pass this because I know the cover of the game because I can't remember exactly. It's called bowling.
What system are you thinking it's for?
I'm gonna say it's for looking at the graphics, you can probably tell it's like for PS2.
I'll hand this one over to Joe.
I don't know what this is, bro. This is Fat Guy Happy Bowling, I believe is the name of that.
All right, so
This description.
I was going to give Reggie half a point if he got the system, but I don't think this is the game you're thinking of because this was on the Game Boy Advance.
Oh, no, I wouldn't have got this one at all.
Help bowling. Come on.
That looks good for the Game Boy Advance. I forget
that does look
the Game Boy
really
Advance is a 32-bit system. You know, it's actually a 32-bit
It actually
system.
looks like it would be fun too. I'm not gonna lie.
I thought it would look like a Wii game to me or something. To
so
be
it came out to America because that company when you posted the picture, they're done some American games. So
press pull one in the chat if you guys have played Elf Bowling 1 and 2. Come on. I want to those two people. Like, that's my favorite game.
I'm going to show you the video game, but the title's been blurred out, and you guys have to guess the game. So, Joe, here's your game.
I have that game. Oh, I almost said the name of it.
What was it? What's the name of it?
I'll tell you. I'll give you a hint myself. It has to do with something I talked about earlier in the chat.
Oh, is it that disaster game you were talking about?
Nope.
Okay. Shit. So it's Xbox, and it looks like SSX to me, but I know that's probably not it. But that's what I'm going with.
Incorrect. It's not SSX. Reggie?
Yeah.
It's Blockbuster Scheme. It's like
not
a
Blockbuster Scheme. No.
What? I got it wrong? No.
The correct answer was Outlaw Golf Holiday Game.
Oh man, you picked this is some bangers, guy.
But wasn't that a Blockbuster exclusive too, though, Fixie? I thought it was one of the Blockbuster exclusives. Maybe I'm wrong.
If anyone in chat can get back to me on that, we might have half a point for Reggie. That was the answer we were looking for. All right, next question. Reggie, this one's for you.
Fixie's bringing the heat.
For a full point, I need either of the two words that are missing.
Holiday Mall Simulator.
Both words are incorrect. Joe?
What?
Escalators, store, others. I don't know. Something shopping simulator.
I'll give Joe a point. It's Christmas Shopper Simulator.
Nice. An actual thing?
Yeah.
That's crazy. PC and Matt got so many weird games, man.
Germany's just like, what can we put out that's a game?
I'm pretty sure like all the questions like were pulled out of a bin, like a 99-cent bin. All these games, someone found.
They're all Christmas games, so they're all similar, you know.
All
right, question 7 is for Joe, and so questions 7 and 8 are going to be our clues, and you guys have to work out the video game from the clues.
All right,
Joe, this one's for you.
That's The Day Before Christmas.
Good job.
That is The Day Before Christmas.
All
right, Reggie, this one is for you.
Oh, man.
I know this one.
Do you?
Yes, this is the best, most collectible PAL PS1 game ever made.
That's why I'm not going to hit it.
Way.
Most highest quality thing in the world.
It's in his fashion world.
Well, by the looks of it, Santa Memory. No, Santa. Oh, Santa Santa's. No, come on, that's too easy. I don't know it, man. I'm totally out of this one.
What is it, Joe?
I think it's Santa Saves the Planet.
Wow.
I'll give that as a full point, as it is.
That was good.
Saves
I
the
was
Earth.
totally off,
Saves
dude.
the Earth. Sorry. Yeah, dude.
Totally off.
I remember when I was downloading everything from my Steam Deck. I came across that turd, and I was like, no thanks.
I'm doing bad today, man.
All right, guys. Before we move into our final round, we have a quick score update. Reggie's got 2 points, but in the lead is Joe with 4 points. So our round 9.
I should really have 2.
It's our special round, otherwise known as our serial gamer. So this might also help chat with their question.
Okay. What
Um,
is serial gamer? I really have no idea.
that's where it'll all click at the end of this.
Okay.
Rules. You need to guess the name of the video game franchise or title by the first letter of their video game logo or cover. So the logos have been cut up like a newspaper thing, and each letter of this next word is going to be from video games. Reggie, you're going to guess first.
Okay.
You guys are going to take turns in guessing them all. So I need the number followed by what game it is.
Man. Okay, easy. So 12 is Mass Effect.
12 is Mass Effect. That's correct.
1 is Minecraft.
1 is Minecraft. That's correct.
4 is Rage.
4 is Rage. That's correct.
2 is E.T.
2 is E.T. That's correct.
8 is Resident Evil 4.
8 is Resident Evil 4. That's correct.
7 is Halo.
7 is Halo. That's correct.
10 is StarCraft.
Nice job.
10 is StarCraft. That's correct.
14 is Stardew Valley.
14 is Stardew Valley. That's correct.
This is a fun category.
5 is Five is oh wow. Oh man, I totally got messed up here. Is it ukulele?
5 is ukulele. That's correct.
Oh, okay. I almost messed up. I was almost second guessed myself.
God, 13's pissing me off. I know it, but I don't know it. T is I'm sorry. 11 is Teslagrad.
11 is not Teslagrad. Joe's
Ah,
got 1 strike. You'll each have 3 strikes. Reggie?
11 is Tomb Raider.
11 is Tomb Raider, and the scores are now tied. Joe?
Is 13 Afro Samurai?
Whoa, good one.
13 is Afro Samurai.
Yes! I knew it.
Good job, man. Good job with that one. What the hell is left now?
So we have 3, 6, and 9 left.
Gee, these are tough ones because I'm like trying to.
They are. I do not know these.
Yeah, I know. I think I know. I know 3 is Rayman. Yes.
3 is Rayman Origins. Reggie takes the point, and the game is now tied.
Oh,
Joe?
shit. I don't know anymore, Reggie. You gotta win.
I left you hanging with the hardest ones.
I don't know anymore. Oh, no. I really don't. 9 is Infamous.
9
Whoa.
is Infamous. Joe takes the lead.
Good job, man. Oh my God.
To tie the game, Reggie needs to get number 6.
I have
Dude,
no idea what it is.
Don't get it,
pressure.
Joe wins.
Oh man, pressure, dude.
We got a few tries. You got 3 tries. I got 2.
Yeah, you got 3 tries, so that's how it is.
and I got 2. So no idea what it is.
It's a tough one, man. Oh man.
See,
Fixie hasn't started the timer yet, so I'm not nervous, but I feel like it's coming. This is so weird, man. I feel like Fixie's doing it again. That threw me off even more.
sorry.
I'm gonna say
Oh, dude.
hey, it looks like a C. Let's go with Catherine. Even though I know it's not. I just had to.
Catherine is incorrect. Reggie has a strike. Joe?
Ooh.
I think it's Castlevania.
Oh no!
Joe's
Damn
looking
it!
Castlevania, and Castlevania is correct. And Joe takes
Damn!
this week's Figsy's quiz.
Yeah,
Well done,
That's
Joe.
that's the new Castlevania design, dude. That's why I didn't recognize it. The logo.
Now, guys, we still haven't got chat's question. I'm going to go back to chat's question again. And I do want to remind you guys that question 9 of our special round was called the Serial Gamer Round. That should help with the second part of this clue.
Okay. Dude, that was fun.
Yeah, that was a fun quiz. Thanks, Pavel. Sylvan and Andy for setting all the quiz up. That was awesome. And if you guys like the quiz, this Saturday we have the final. Tomorrow we have the final ever episode of Who Wants to Be a Game Collector. So who will win the show? Will it be Sylvan or will it be Andy? With the Netherlands versus Australia. Find out tomorrow who will win and take home the title of Who Wants to Be a Game Collector.
Very cool.
Yeah, last week's episode was crazy. Andy fell over the line at the end and won.
Dude, awesome. All I know is that I play probably more RTSs than most people, and I didn't know any of those questions. Like any of them. I was like, damn, I would have been destroyed in that category.
I knew the Fog of War one. But that's just from, I guess, watching lots of videos where they're like, this was the first game to do this, blah, blah, blah.
That game was dope, that Dune RTS game. That was a very good game. I remember playing that on the PC.
I used to love RTSs back in the day, obviously like Age of Empire but games like Dawn of War and things like that. I used to love that game.
I just like Warcraft 2. What you doing? All right. I just love the peons, man. What is it?
Oh, we've got a couple of memes sent in by you guys. So we'll get into the memes for the week.
Yeah.
This one doesn't have any words, but if you ever played multiplayer split screen back in the day, you'll be able to relate with this one. This is so you can't cheat, and it's a real thing.
Oh, yeah. No, that is a real thing. That's like, I remember playing GoldenEye, and it would just be like so frustrating because you can see, they're trying to play proximity mines.
Yeah.
You can't play because they see where you're putting them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Dude, did you guys ever play proximity mine battles back in the day? You'd play for like 4 hours, and the score would be like -1 and -2.
Everybody's getting blown up though too.
Yeah, I used to put mines under all the boxes and under all the armor, where I put them so it would spawn on top of them. Oh man, that was so fun.
This next one I had a real good giggle at. There are 2 types of people in the world: those who think Die Hard is a Christmas movie, and those who are wrong.
Yep. All the first 2 movies are during Christmas time, but they're not.
Bruce
Christmas
Willis
movies.
came out and said it's not a Christmas movie. I'm like, what?
I like Gremlins for Christmas. If you want to have weird Christmas movies, I think the Gremlins is one of my favorites.
Welcome to the party, pal.
Over my dead body, wake up! Come on, snap out of it, please. If you can hear my voice, it's no use. He's in a deep coma. GTA 6 is out. Wakes up.
Dude. That's a good one.
Yeah, you can relate because that's real now. My mom, take my card and buy the bread, and on the way, buy something nice for yourself.
It's bread. Yeah, it's like that. Have you seen the meme where it's like a couple grocery bags and then a PS5 and an Xbox, and it's like, this was $900 worth of groceries. How am I supposed to live like this? I like that one too. That one's good.
Man be like, where's the ketchup? Man also be like, sniper in that building, 400 yards. Gaming as a kid. Of course I lost. I'm playing against adults with better PCs. Gaming as an adult. Of course I lost. I'm playing against kids with more free time.
Yo, kids are good at games, man. God dang.
Oh,
I've
this
seen
one
this
didn't
one.
fully come through. It's a longer meme, this one, so it didn't work. Thanks everyone for posting your memes. If you guys got any memes to share, jump over in the Discord, and there's a section called memes for meme time. I'll drop a link to the Discord in your chat too, Reggie, if anyone wants to join.
Okay. I need to hop on the Discord with you guys.
Yeah, it's fun over there. We have a heap of fun in Discord.
Right on. So
Yeah,
now,
pickups and we do memes. And
I mean, does anybody have any pickups? I mean, we really showed a
Yeah.
lot of crazy stuff. Oh,
Yeah.
Heck yeah, Joe. That's why I like Joe. You're on it. Like, yeah, I got pickups, of course.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I got
Every
I
day.
got probably my most exciting pickup of the year for me personally.
Yo, coming at the 22nd of December? What?
Yeah. I've been looking forward to this game more than any other game for a long, long time since it was
Way to
announced.
hype it up, Joe. Let's go.
Yeah.
You've had some crazy stuff this year.
Yeah. Have you seen Mr. Belvedere Simulator? No, I'm just kidding. I wish.
For some reason, I thought you were serious for a second. Like I was about to see something crazy, but whew.
No, I mean I do have. Well, to me, it's crazy. I'll show you guys what.
They have a game called Bum Simulator out there.
They do.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna show off. I got some movies. So I picked these up because this was on sale for like $17. So I got the Planet of the Apes trilogy in 4K.
Those good movies?
They're fine. I like them for $17. Yeah, I'll take it.
To get the 4K Ultra HD versions, definitely a good deal.
Correct. Yeah. So I was
like individually, those are like $15 a pop. You know, they're not cheap.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so Best Buy's clearing everything out. So I would definitely grab it. And then this, I think these are some of the most underrated movies of all time. People are probably going to make fun of me. I don't give a crap. I fucking love these movies. And I got that Chronicles of Riddick trilogy. Vin Diesel.
Dude, those are awesome. Yes.
Love these movies, dude.
Yes.
Especially part 2.
Yes, me too. Yeah, right on, man.
So good, dude. So like, this is one of those things where I'm like, what if there's a day where I can't watch Chronicles of Riddick because I'm the only asshole who wants to watch Chronicles of Riddick? So I grabbed them, especially like the third movie. It didn't get a huge release. I just stuff like this.
It did pretty good.
Just why you got that up, Joe. I just wanted to point something out that movies do, video games don't. That comes with the Blu-ray and a download code.
Yeah, I wish games.
In theory, you've got 2 copies of it. You could give it to a friend now, and they can watch it as well, and things like that.
If limited run games
you should have both copies.
If limited run games did that, no one would ever complain about waiting for their games.
Right.
Yep. 100%.
If you pre-ordered a game,
gave it to you
code,
the day you ordered it, and then you wait 5 years for the physical, you've got the game to play.
And then that would also solve the problem where, as a physical collector, it's frustrating that everyone I know gets the digital version and plays it 6 months before I can play it. Like Sea of Stars is a perfect example. I'm waiting for the Western release. I could get the Asian one, but I know that the Western
has a better cover too.
So I'm just waiting. So, but like everybody has played it, and it's gonna be like nobody's going to talk about that crap when I play it because
the game's already different. They've had to change things and things like that.
Hey, well, quick question for you, Joe. How'd you feel about them changing the actress out of Pitch Black in Chronicles of Riddick?
I much prefer the girl in Chronicles of Riddick.
Me too. People were upset about it, man. But that lady was hot in that movie. Like,
hell yeah, man. She was smoking hot. I don't want to look at that little. Nah, dude, no.
Well, she's cute now, but back then she was young, so she didn't really have that beauty. So I understand why they replaced her because they want someone who's going to draw.
It was confusing. It was confusing at first because I was like, "Oh, that's Jack or whatever." I was like, "What the fuck? Like that ain't what Jack looked like." I would have remembered that. So she was smoking hot. So I mean,
remember that scene, 3-way split when Riddick knocked that guy up? That scene is so funny, dude.
I love those movies, and the scene where with the dogs and shit, and he like takes his glasses off and he stares at the dogs. There's so much good shit, and I love all the necromongers and the guy that plays Theoden in Lord of the Rings. I don't remember his name. That actor, he's badass in that movie. He plays the guy who tries to overthrow that stuff.
Yeah. I'm about to cue it up right now, man. You got me pumped up.
Yo, dude, and the game's good too. Escape from Butcher Bay. It's a good game. It's fun.
Is that the Xbox game?
Yeah, but it came out on PS3 and and 360.
Yeah.
It comes with 2 games. Butcher's Day.
There was a sequel on PS3. It was a sequel to the first one.
Yeah, but it comes with
I think
both
both
games.
games. Yeah, both games. are on the
Okay,
PS3
yeah,
version. So I like rhythm games, and this was on sale for $15. This is nothing too crazy, but this is Samba Diabico.
Samba Amiga, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a fun little game, and like I said, a Switch game for $15. I mean, that's just I'll take it. That's if I'm even mildly interested for that price, I'm there. And also, 'tis the season. Had to pick it up. This was on sale for $20, baby. The Grinch Christmas Adventures.
Why does it look so fun?
It's I haven't played it yet.
Have you guys seen those Grinch videos where they have someone like dress up as a Grinch and comes to the kid's house?
I know, it's awesome.
Scare the shit out of them.
Steal the present. The kids would be like going crazy. They're hilarious videos, man. They crack me up.
Bro, I would lose my shit if I woke up and saw the Grinch stealing my presents. He'd be dead.
Yeah, but the kids are probably misbehaved, and the parents like, I'm done. Call up their brother and sister. Can you dress up as the Grinch and teach the kids a lesson?
Probably not. It's just like a low budget 2D platformer.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure
like
OG Games did a Christmas game last year as well. They did the Santa Claus game on PS4. I'm pretty sure.
This looks like a $20 game, and I'm cool with that. Speaking of $20 games, this one on sale, and I had to pick this up. I even said I would planning it, but I had to get this bad boy. This had to go in the collection. I got
Game
Gollum,
of the Year, baby.
I got Gollum a few weeks ago. Now I got Skull Island: Rise of Kong. I had to have
Why does the artwork look so good?
Right, dude?
General Mills too, man. They did the G.I. Joe game.
Yeah, Game Mill. Game Mill.
Oh, it's Game Mill? I thought it was General Mill. I don't know why I said General.
No, that's the cereal company.
Yeah, cereal.
But yeah, this game needs no introduction. Y'all know about this game. It's one of the finest games ever made. So this, I was pretty happy to get this, actually. I thought this was a neat little collection. The Double Dragon collection.
Ooh,
nice, you guys see this? Yeah,
I've seen it.
This got only released in either Japan or this is an Asian version, I think. I don't think it got a Western release.
It didn't.
But
it comes with a Double Dragon Advance on there, which is probably the one people want to play the most. The Game Boy one, Game Boy Advance one.
Yep, it's got Double Dragon 2, The Revenge, Double Dragon 3, Super Double Dragon Against 4, and then Double Dragon 4. Yeah.
It's weird, man, because it doesn't
it
doesn't have the arcade games though. I'm like, man, why didn't they include the arcade games?
I agree. I mean, they're such small games. I'm sure they could fit them all on here, but either way, I'm pretty happy to have it. And then what was pretty cool is I didn't even realize this was included, but they sent me a reversible cover for it.
Nice, that's cool.
That's the cover of Double Dragon Advance,
which I always thought was cool. And they actually shipped it in this little sleeve too, which is just, I love Play Asia, dude. They are little, like, anytime they ask me like what company is my favorite, like limited print or whatever, I'd fucking always say that.
They make it all, dude.
Dude,
and they've been doing this for 10 years too. Like,
it's always in a box. It's never missing. It's never late. It's like what they ship it. I get it. It's always in good shape.
You get extra stuff. If it is missing or late, you get compensated for it, and they message you and they reach out and say, do you still want the game? Do you want your money back?
And then they send you waifus. How could you not love this company? They give you waifus. Beautiful little waifu. I have so many of these things, and someday someone's going to be like, why is this motherfucker got all these weird little stickers?
Is that what they call them? Because I was wondering why they put those in the packages.
That's what I call them. I don't know what the hell they call them. All right, so this is the game that I was talking about that I was the most excited about, and
drum roll.
I can't even wait to fucking play this game, dude. I'm so excited, but I finally got the Dodonpachi DOJ.
Ooh, nice.
So this is the remake of the PS2 port of this game.
Oh, it's a remake of the PS2 one. Okay.
Yeah, and it also includes like a bunch of extra features, more range modes, other modes that weren't on that game, quality of life improvements. There's all sorts of stuff going on, and it's by M2 Shot Triggers, and they're like the absolute kings of porting these games. Mark from Electric Underground. If you guys don't watch the Electric Underground, that's like one of my favorite YouTube channels. He's like pretty much all about mostly shmups, but like pretty much he does like, if you want to hear like reviews about the actual mechanics of games, like actually like what works and what doesn't, and what abilities are good and what I don't know. His reviews are just on another level, dude. Like it makes the people from IGN and all these other places look like dog shit, in my opinion, because I'm just like, after watching his review, I'm like, God damn, why aren't they all this good? So anyway, I don't want to quote, but he did the lag testing for this, dude, and it's like 2 fucking frames of lag on this. That's insane. That's like arcade perfect. And then the Switch version, he said there's only 3 frames, which is insane for a Switch port. Usually they're about 4 to 5 frames. So that may not sound like a big deal, but if you're playing shmups, it is a big deal, and especially if you're playing this ridiculous piece. This game is freaking hard, dude. Like, not all of it. You can play, there's easy modes and all that other stuff, but if you play like some of like the black label or the white label versions, oh my god, it is insane. You need for it to be perfect. So yeah, I pre-ordered these like the second they came. I wish I got the collector's edition too. I kind of wanted that.
So they're on Play Asia.
Yep, you can get them on Play Asia. Only released in Japan. They do not have English. But
No English?
Nope. No English.
You don't
need
need English though.
Nope.
Yeah.
No need English. But anyway, yeah. This if you're like, I should buy a couple shmups, get this one. 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 This one is the best, dude. It's so good. And
Can you type the name in chat, Joe?
Yeah.
Dudon Pachi.
Yeah.
Something else.
Yeah, it's like some Japanese word.
I have the PS2 one. I have all the games in the series, but I haven't got those remakes yet, and I haven't got the Switch versions of the series either.
It's
hold on a second, guys.
DOJ Resurrection, I believe it's called.
1 second.
Like the DOJ is like Dioju something like that. I don't know. It's like it's Japanese.
If you're looking for it, type that in. You should be able to find it, guys.
Yeah. Yeah, dude.
Anything else for us, Jim?
No, that's all my pickups. And like literally, as soon as this is over, I'm gonna crack Dodonpachi open. I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna put on Chronicles of Riddick on my TV.
Are you gonna be popping open the PS4 or the Switch version?
Well, I'm gonna watch Chronicles of Riddick, so I'm gonna have to play it on my Switch, and then on my phone, I'm gonna put on Mr. Belvedere, so I have the full experience. That's my goal. I'm sorry, I don't know why I keep making that joke. That's enough. Should I go back to Lindsay Lohan? We could do that one again.
Oh yeah, we could do her again.
that was last week's joke.
Eventually, there'll be an episode where you guys got to guess the theme of what was the theme of episode number 44.
That would be like its own chat question.
Yeah, take notes.
Oh, I could show off one other thing that isn't really that exciting, but Binding of Isaac's like my favorite thing in the world, and I ordered the board game. It's called Four Souls. And when I ordered it, the box was ripped open, and my dice had been missing, and I've been waiting like 8 months to get these fucking things. So they finally shipped me my special custom Binding of Isaac dice, my unholy rollers that go with the board game. So that's, I don't know if anyone cares, but I love Binding of Isaac, so it's sort of gaming related.
I had something I wanted to mention to you. So this is cool for you and me. I watch this YouTuber, right? He does GeoGuessr videos, and he does them every day. Anyway, he talks about the games he plays, and he's like, yeah, this other game I play, I got like 3,000 hours into it. It's called The Binding of Isaac. I'm like, oh my God, this guy's like me and Joe in one.
3,000 hours? Amateur.
Only 3,000? Wow.
That's it? That's like one of my files. No, I think I'm like altogether I'm probably like almost to 6,000 hours now.
Oof.
But to be fair, like a lot of that was like I used to work from home, and it'd just be like paused and I'd be doing work, and I wasn't always playing. Like I had a when I used to play World of Warcraft, the leader of my guild used to just sit around in Orgrimmar all the time online, even when he wasn't playing, just to get his play time up, because he loved being like /play, and it'd be like 50 million billion trillion hours. And
they're basically online 365 days a year.
Yeah, pretty much. So what ended up happening is when we realized that he was doing that, me and my friend made alliance characters. We made rogues just so we could sneak into Orgrimmar and kill him. And we named our characters after him. So he knew it was. He knew like it was like
Someone who knew.
specifically for him. You know what I mean? Like our characters were like, his name was Scro, and so mine guy was like Scroasted. So like we just kill him all the time. Yeah, oh man, good stuff. Oh,
Okay, sorry guys.
dedication. So
Yeah,
yeah, we
Get
spent
some stuff ready.
we spent like, think about it. We had to level characters to max level on the just to go kill him. So it was like a month investment just to harass him.
And he was the leader of your
missed
clan
that.
anyway, so he was
Yeah,
probably
and
like
we-
coming back.
And we were officers, so it was his own officers. It was like the number 2, and I was like probably 4. You know, we would go and do that. Oh man.
So you probably had a group chat where he's like, "Someone's been killing me overnight, guys. I don't know who it is."
Me and him like, yeah, of course.
You guys are like, "We'll help you find out who it is."
Oh, dude, that was so good. I do miss that game sometimes. And then I go, no, you don't. Don't play it. No.
I know. You can't. It's like a drug that you've gotten over and you can't touch it again.
It's more like an ex-girlfriend that you're like, man, she was kind of hot. Maybe I should give her a call. And then you're like, whoa, wait a minute. Oh, no. No, I'm not calling. Hell no.
Okay, what did I miss from you, Joe? Did I miss any?
No, just a bunch of horse shit. Nothing more.
Okay.
You ready?
First.
You want to go next?
Yeah, I'll go next unless Fixie wants to go.
I haven't got anything new to show, so just
Okay.
you guys carrying it today.
These it's trying to separate what I showed last time too, make sure I don't show the same stuff. But I got Shakedown Hawaii for the PlayStation 4 system. You guys have played that one.
Hell
Good one, right? But not only that, I got the 3DS version.
Oh, you got
That's good.
the collector's edition too.
It looked really
Yeah.
cool this case.
Yeah, and then to come to find out, I thought this was going to be the last 3DS game to come
I
out.
got the regular one.
Yeah, Limited Run is supposed to be releasing the last 3DS game. I don't know what game it is, but it's supposed to be a surprise. But
I'm sure there's more 3DS games being hoarded that we haven't heard about yet. Players will be like, "Hey guys, we just found this game in our warehouse."
yeah, we're going
It's a
to sell it
trend
to you
these
for a
days.
fee. I got Kirby 64 Japanese version.
Nice.
So, you know,
That's
good old
cool.
Kirby. Kirby 64 was actually a pretty good game.
Mm-hmm.
I got Mayhem, WCW,
Oh yeah, classic. Box 2, nice.
Nice.
Goldberg on the cover, man. Goldberg, man. Dude, I loved WCW back in the day.
That box
Hell
is
yeah.
in pretty good shape.
Did you see the
Yeah, it is.
I think RGT made a video. Did you see that someone discovered like they have running grapples in the game, and there's like a diamond cutter that just got discovered in like, I think it was Revenge or something. I can't remember which game it was. Some
Really?
N64 game. Yeah, there was a big article. DDP was even commenting on Twitter. He's like, "Oh yeah, that's the 4th diamond cutter, baby!" Like it's so
Nice,
cool,
dude.
dude. I love when 20 years later something new gets discovered. So cool. Dude.
Yeah, so cool.
And
And it's happening because, you know, these developers are getting older and they're like, by the way, there's a secret in our game. Like
Yeah,
the
finding
Gran
secrets
Turismo
years
4
later
secret. That was
is-
huge.
Pretty amazing, dude. Like, seriously, that's
You
a big
imagine
thing.
if they came out and they were like, there is a topless code in Tomb Raider. Oh!
The nude code, huh?
It was actually real. That
Everybody
would
was
be
looking for it.
amazing.
I don't think I showed this one last time, but this is Air Twister, PS4, Switch.
Nice. Very cool.
I like
the
how they
games
got
are-
different artwork too.
Yeah, because the Play Asia, not the Play Asia, but the strictly limited version, they're the only one that came out with a PS4 version, and they only made 500 of them. So, you know how companies trying to skip over PS4 with PS5, even though these games are like indies, so they should be on PS4 as well. But, anyways, yeah, I picked these up, and the games are very similar to Panzer Dragon Saga. You played those? And kind of a little bit of Space Harrier, but just not fast paced like Space Harrier. I guess it's only like Space Harrier and like the aesthetics of how it looks in a way, but it plays more like Panzer Dragon, I would say.
Yeah, if you played X Zeus, kind of like that too. It's a very similar idea. It's like that Space Harrier perspective, but it's got the lock-on mechanics like Panzer Dragoon and stuff.
Oh, okay.
And
Next
then
game
the
here,
soundtrack's badass on that game.
really?
Yeah, really good.
The next game here is a game that got a re-release but now we have everything on the disc. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge,
Nice.
Dimension
The
Shell Shock.
anniversary edition.
And that's the version to pick up because like the ones before aren't complete, you know.
Yeah, they added stuff on because the success. I don't know they intentionally. Well, they probably gonna say they're always saving DLC to add on later, man, because they want.
They sat around a meeting plan and they went, "We're going to release it here, and then we're going to release it again."
Because now we know the company mindset, especially with that Insomniac getting leaked, their information leaked. You know how these companies think and like and everything. But anyways, got this the other day. Everything's on a disc. It's great. It's fun.
That's what's crazy about that is that got announced like the same week that Limited Run finally sent out their collector's editions for the first game. So if you spent like all that money on that giant ass collector's edition, the day you got it, there's a better version that just got released.
Which is crazy, right?
Which happens a lot these days.
Streets of Rage all over again. It's just
I had the other game here, but oh well. There it is. Well, I'll show this one first. Here's Wanted for the PS3. My local GameStop started selling PS3 games again. And I remember how much I liked the Wanted movie. You know, the guy who plays Xavier in the X-Men movies later. Movie. Young man, Angelina Jolie. I think Morgan Freeman is again it too. And basically, these people are assassins, and they shoot these bullets, and they can actually turn the bullets, like they curve the bullets that shoot at people. It's so weird how they do it, but it's actually a really cool movie. And I'm guessing you could do that thing and curve the bullets in the game as well. I haven't played it yet, but I said PS3 game, $8. I got a $5 coupon. Let me go ahead and pick that up because I didn't know.
Yeah, you can't go wrong.
It's a great movie, by the way, too. Really,
it is.
Really
it is. It's fun. But yeah, I got that one. We also this one came the other day. I haven't even played it yet. It's called Vernal Edge. Sorry.
Oh, dude, I want this so bad. I haven't gotten it yet. Looks awesome.
This looks really good.
It's on Amazon, and I thought only Red Art Games was only going to have it from their website, but they're starting to they made a deal with Amazon, obviously, so now their games are exclusive with Amazon or whoever else. I don't know, maybe video games.
VGP has them too. I think.
VGP, okay, cool. So yeah, I got these. Haven't tried them yet, but
looks really good, like high quality, like really nice artwork.
There's another one graphics.
They just announced a new one too that looks sick. It's like I know Vava. I can't remember say it's like INO something.
So weird name. And then this one was a surprise too. My Pixel Love games, Gravity Circuit for the Switch and the PS5. I actually wanted the PS4 version when it comes to these type of games. I'm gonna see if somebody wants to trade me, but most likely I'll just have to pick up the PS4 version. But I'm looking forward to playing this one. This one's been in the loop for a while, and now it's got its physical release. So
that looks really
pretty good.
Yeah, it's like a Mega Man style game.
Yeah, right up my alley too. So this is gonna be a lot of fun. You know, I always get the Switch copy just in case I want to play it portable. So play it safe.
I ordered the PS4 copy and their Metal Slug that they had, and I'm just waiting for it. I don't know where it is.
Yeah, because you went to the Black Friday sale, right?
Yep.
Yeah, perfect timing, dude. They're clearing their warehouse out.
Yeah, dude. They had so much more I wanted to get, but their shipping was kind of expensive. So I was like, it wasn't that cheap. So I was like, I don't know.
The shipping times don't seem to be the best too. You're still waiting.
How fast did it get to you?
I still haven't got it.
Oh yeah, you just said that.
Yeah, it's
wow.
I got a notification they did ship it. It hasn't come yet.
Hopefully it's in American now and everything. And the last game here, this is Unsold Collector's Edition.
Oh, that looks cool.
Yeah, I have the regular one.
Well, what's crazy about this one? They sent me one for a giveaway, so I'm gonna do a giveaway on Twitter. This will be like my first one. I don't know how to do giveaways, man. I think I'll just do like a drawing or something like that.
Show me your box.
All the names in like a random name generator, and
it's pretty easy.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll just do it on. I'm going to do it on Twitter, but yeah, I got one for a giveaway, so I'm gonna do that and hopefully do it before New Year, so I can get it out before then. But
it's like a 2. Is it a top down? That's a top down, or is that a 2D one? I know it's like a Souls-like game. It's supposed to be super hard.
It is a top downish.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So
it did look cool.
And that concludes my pickups. Not much else. I kind of showed a lot of stuff last time, so that's about it.
Good stuff, man.
Oh well, I'm sure when Christmas comes, I'll have nice stuff to show.
I mean, my packages haven't arrived yet, so a lot of stuff is missing. One package has been in limbo for like over a week now. I'm scared it's lost. It
It's
came
this
to
time of
Seattle.
year. There's so much mail in the system.
Well, it's weird. It came to Seattle, Fixie, and then I think, oh, perfect, I'm gonna get it the next day. Then they shipped it somewhere else, and then it's like,
Dude, I've had that happen. It's like in New York, and I'm in New England, and all of a sudden it's like in fucking South Carolina. I'm like, where are you going? What are you
Why are
doing?
you taking it further away?
The fuck is this? I've had that happen too.
Especially
I
this
don't know.
time of year, like
my
things are
mail,
taking longer and things are happening worse because there's so much, and the
my mail
lines are
shows
going
up at
out
like
the door. And
6 p.m. It's been showing
I'm getting
up.
PMs every day. Where's my package? It's Christmas soon. I haven't got it. It's like, well, you bought it a week ago. That's your fault. Sorry.
I am not Amazon. Get out of here. And besides, Amazon's not even Amazon anymore. I ordered some DVDs from them, and like one of them's coming like January 18th. I'm like, for Waterworld. I bought Waterworld 4K for like $10. Yeah, bro. I like bad movies or movie. I don't know.
It's a cool
I like
movie.
that movie, bro. I like it.
Expensive to make though, man. That movie costs a lot of money.
Oh, it's one of the biggest flops in history. Yeah,
it is. Kevin Costner, man, he was still on point in that movie though.
Yeah, exactly. It's back when the day when he was king of the world, man. Friggin' Robin Hood, Waterworld, The Postman. That would have. I didn't like The Postman.
Postman was weird. That was like, that was one of his.
The Postman was like an hour and a half longer than it should have been. If it had just cut out like half of the movie, it would have been fine. There's lots of movies like that, though.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
My favorite movie with him is 2,000 Miles to Graceland. I think it was it called, the one where they dress up as Elvis with Kurt Russell.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about.
He was great in that one.
Yeah, I mean, Robin Hood's probably my favorite.
3,000 Miles. I can't remember what that movie's called.
I liked Field of Dreams and
him and Ray Liotta.
Raging Bull. That what it's called. That was a good one too.
Oh, okay.
Isn't that what it's called?
I would have to Google these movies to remember because I've watched the two that you've just mentioned, but I can't think of any Kevin Costner movies.
Waterworld's dope. That's all I'm gonna say.
And the series is pretty cool. It's called Yellowstone. That's pretty on point.
Yellowstone's fantastic.
I heard that was really good. I haven't watched it.
They're on their last season, so you could catch them all. He's pretty easy if you want to binge watch them.
That's one that sells really well. So anytime I get it, it's on eBay and it's sold within like 20
minutes. Nice. Good stuff.
Yeah, dude. Anything with Kurt Russell is amazing. Kurt Russell's like one of my. That's a movie I'm gonna get. Is I need to get Big Trouble in Little China. I have to get that movie.
You got Escape from New York, right?
And I'm gonna order Escape from New York.
Do you collect VHS?
No, just blue.
Okay.
I'm strictly going for 4K if I can, and then just Blu-rays if I can, and then DVD, like in that order. Like some stuff's only on DVD. So I'll get.
Then they'll have occasionally where they'll change it, so it's better to get the DVD version. But most of the time, if you can,
the DVD versions are like, you know how we talk about how like games used to come with manuals and games. It's like that's how DVDs are. DVDs come with artworks and extra things, and they have commentary tracks and deleted scenes, and they have all this extra features.
You remember menus?
You don't
like
get
menus.
none of that. Yeah, you don't.
I remember playing games on DVDs back in the day because they would put games on DVDs.
That's true. They had trivia and stuff like that. Like little things like that.
And when you're a kid and you're like, "Oh, video game! I'm going to play my DVD for the next 3 hours."
Yeah, but for me, I'm just loving. I got like the fancy TV and stuff, so I like the 4K movies. Dude, you know what? This is the best, dude. Is Pacific Rim. God. Damn, that movie looks amazing on my TV, bro. I literally will watch it just over and over again. Yeah, that's right, AJ. I've been buying tons of anime too, dude. I just watched the Akira again for like the 50 millionth time. And that movie's still amazing, dude. Absolutely love it. Best plot ever. Dude, that movie is so on point. The message of that movie is incredible. Like it really shows you like the whole point is like if somebody who has been like tortured or bullied their whole life gets power, you better watch the fuck out. That's the main plot of that movie is there's certain people who cannot handle power, and anybody who is angry at the world and wants revenge on the world, or do not give them power. Don't do it, because they don't take it out on the people that hurt them. They take it out on everyone. Everybody. And that's the main message of that movie. And then there's a whole bunch of thousands of other messages in that movie too. But god damn, is that movie amazing.
One thing I want to ask you, have you ever seen Steam Boy?
No, I haven't.
Shit. Well, that's made by the people who made Akira.
Oh,
and
Give me recommendations. I don't want to get into like lots of like super long series of animes. I don't have
No.
time for that. I like movies more than I like Wicked City. Ninja Scroll is like one of my
Wicked
favorites.
City. Wow, I haven't seen that in a long time.
Oh yeah, Wicked City's dope, dude.
Remember seeing at the airport? They're all running in suits, looking at each other, about to do an attack. Yeah, some crazy scenes in that movie. It's pretty twisted, but
That's
yeah,
why
man.
anime was amazing. That's why it was amazing. Because you're like, oh, I'm gonna
The
watch
old
this
anime,
cartoon.
yeah.
You could trick your parents, be like, "What are you doing?" Like, "Oh, I'm just watching
Watching
cartoons."
cartoons.
Oh, okay, cool. And then it's like, vagina dentata, fucking teeth vagina, they kill people and shit.
Ooh, that scene. Ugh. Man.
Yeah, and I like Nausicaa, and I like the movies from back in the day. Madness.
Anime is a genre too that always has and always will hold its value. Because they don't make many of them, and the people that buy them love what they buy, so they're not on the market reselling them and things like that.
Dude,
They
it
have
used
like
to be.
manga books and different things like that.
It used to be so hard and so expensive to get anime back in the day when it was just VHS. Dude, me and my buddies would go to
The worst, dude.
Suncoast Video. They'd be like, "We'll order it for you, $80 for one tape, dude."
With
Yeah,
3
man.
episodes.
Yeah, man. For like a Dragon Ball Z tape, it would be like $60 to get it. Oh man.
And they're probably making like $2 profit in that. It's because that's what it is. It's coming from Japan and blah blah blah.
That's
Even
back in the
today,
day.
like anime in Japan is so expensive. It's more expensive than video games, for example.
Yeah, that's like back in the day when they called it Japanimation. You guys remember that?
That's right. Yeah, Japan.
Japanimation.
Yeah.
Ninja Scroll, man. That was my first introduction.
Oh,
that
good.
and Tenchi. My
So
first
good,
introduction
dude.
to the series anime when I first started getting into it. Of course, I saw Fist of the North Star too, the movie.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Tenchi
like
was
Fist of
really
the North
what got
Star,
me
too.
into it. So,
Dude, I you know what I want to pick up? Have you seen the Fist of the North Star boxing game?
yes, I've seen that, man.
I want it so bad.
Do you?
Yeah.
You gonna throw the 1,000 crack fist,
Fuck
man?
yeah, hell yeah. Hell yeah, dude. And then the reason I even found out about it is actually they're coming out with a Hatsune Miku boxing game too. And I love Hatsune Miku. Don't judge me. I don't care.
No.
I do. I love that shit. My girlfriend is like, what is happening? And I'm hitting it. Shut up, I'm having fun.
Well, I wanted to ask you guys, like every year, like during December, I always play a Christmas game. And do you guys do the same thing? I actually play like Christmas nights, in like every year. Usually on my PS3 because that's more of accessible or whatever. I used to play it on my Saturn.
Got one for this year, boy.
That's your Christmas game for this year. Okay.
I used to
Very
watch a Christmas movie, but there isn't a Christmas game that I play. However, I will add that in GeoGuessr I put on a Christmas hat. Does that count?
I mean, if you wear the hat while you're playing the game, then
Yeah. For the
You
month,
try to-
I'm wearing a Christmas hat. That's me being Christmas.
Guess all the capitals in the North Pole? Nothing.
Oh man. Dixie, do you have a Saturn? A Sega Saturn?
No, I've never had a Saturn.
Okay.
It's one of those things that when I first got into collecting, Saturns were expensive.
Expensive. So yeah, that's a hell of a system, man. But,
Yeah, I want to get Cthulhu Saves Christmas. I've always thought that looked fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you can get that
like
game in the chat.
Jeremiah said, playing
Santa
MMO
saves
with
the
holiday
earth.
events. And
Yeah, I used to
things
do
like
that.
that.
MMO,
too.
man. Jeez. I almost bought I don't know if I told you guys this. I almost bought that game, what's it called? Diablo 4.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not for
And
me.
then I canceled buying it because it says you have to be online at all times. It's like, ugh, forget that, dude. But
That's
I thought that was a
exactly
game
what
I could really enjoy though. But I don't like them having to be attached to being online, so I passed on it.
You better off get the Diablo 2 remake. That's the best.
Yeah,
Diablo anyway. Diablo 2 is the best.
Play it anytime you want offline. So good.
Yeah. You can't be Diablo 2 was big, man. And the fact that people are still talking about today, it's like, dude, like that game must have been serious.
Oh
man.
yeah.
No,
I had a
but
giggle last night. I was playing FIFA and I didn't realize, but it was like December 24th in the game. So the commentators were like, "Oh, Merry Christmas, everyone!" I'm like, "Oh,
really?
So
That's
I don't,
hilarious.
my like Christmas tradition is I actually watch the same the Muppet Christmas special crossover with all the Sesame Street characters and the Fraggles from Fraggle Rock.
Fraggle
it's
Rock.
like-
Wow.
It's like this
Let
little
the music play.
yeah, dude. It's like this little 30-minute Christmas special, and it's so good, dude. Like the Swedish chef shows up, and he's like trying to cook this turkey, but then Big Bird shows up. He's like, "Ooh, it's a big bird," and he, like just the whole time he wants to eat Big Bird. And the turkey's trying to bang Gonzo's chicken girlfriend the whole time. He's like this slick dude, and he's like, "Get away from my chicken!" I can't remember her name. It's so stupid, but I don't know. I just love it, dude. It's like
it's nostalgic, you know, like you're back to a certain time. You know?
Yeah, man. Like, dude, like being at my grandma's house, fucking waiting, you know, by the fireplace, watching that shit. Yeah, dude, it is like real nostalgic, like
holiday Christmas cartoons that we remember back in the day. You know, they're great, man. You know, It's a shame that cable TV is kind of like, and I haven't watched cable TV in a long time, so I don't see those programs where they would like kind of like show those cartoons back to back during the holidays or whatever like that, you know, because everybody's streaming.
And you have a full day of just Christmas specials of like that one Simpsons Christmas and the one Futurama episode and the SpongeBob blah blah blah, and that was good fun.
Good fun, man. Heck yeah, you're right.
Oh yeah, we used to always watch the old claymation ones, like I want to be a dentist, all that shit. You know what I mean? I used to like those, Frosty the Snowman, but yeah, the only one I like make a point to watch is that Muppet one, like because I have to. It's so good.
Yeah. Well, guys, we might call that a show. Past that 2-hour mark, I got the post office to make, so I don't want to leave it too late. Thanks so much again for coming on, Reggie, and everyone for watching. And hope everyone has a really good Christmas and stays safe. It's the most important thing. We'll see everyone after Christmas.
Reggie, thank you so much, man. Coming in clutch for real. Appreciate you coming on.
Right on, man. You got it.
For real, bro. That was awesome. Thank you. This episode would have been way more less exciting.
Yeah.
It would have just me over here talking about Mr. Belvedere for an hour. That's all it would have been.
You had to play the soloette though on the piano, the intro.
We got a bunch of topics that we need to talk about in certain episodes still, Joe. So we got plans for that.
That's true. That's true. Cool. Well, I hope everybody has a Merry Christmas and Happy Holiday and all that stuff.
Merry Christmas, everyone.
Thanks for watching, everybody. Thanks for watching. Appreciate you.
And we'll see you guys next Thursday or tomorrow for Who Wants to Be a Game Collector.
You found the coolest place to be, the PlayStation collecting nerds, and come on, won't you stay with me? Welcome to the show. Gather around the boys and girls, collectors from around the world. Let's show the people what they need to know. Welcome to the show. Gonna talk again when we got the fans. Gonna put their knowledge to the test. Gonna laugh and meet, gonna live the dream, gonna show you.